Hey Nixon, how's it going? Waiting for my YouTube chat or my multi-chat to pop up. Oh, there you go. I see you now. Good. Going good, you? Today was boring. Well, minorly boring, I should say. The work was boring, the job was boring, because it's 2 days. The next 2 days are used for our assessment. There's a written portion, and then we had to do a mock call with the trainer. But it's like 20 minutes or 20 minutes plus each. 20 minutes is the minimum for each mock call. So we were basically stuck in like one room each, just waiting for the trainer to come in. But there's 21 of us, and she only got through 6 people today. So I basically waited there for like 3 hours and nothing happened. Instead, I kind of just scoured Twitter and saw what was going on with the snowbreak debacle. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's kind of what made the day interesting. A hot day? Yeah, we're both in Texas, aren't we? Yeah, it's pretty hot today. Some serious stuff going on with Snowbreak, I guess. Yeah, I would say at this point it's pretty serious. Like, actually, there is actually a decent chance, just from what I've seen, that things could actually wind up being pretty bad. I don't think they would go EOS, but they're doing an indefinite maintenance. So basically, they're in maintenance mode, and they don't know, or I should say, it's possible they don't know, but we definitely don't know when they come back up. And also, they haven't really said anything about what they're actually doing for that maintenance mode. A lot of people are assuming that they're going to remove a lot of the explicit nature of the game, which would be extremely detrimental to the game, since that's its main draw. Others are thinking that the CCP is evaluating the content since it made the national news in China. But as far as anything definitive is concerned, there's been no news. But the player base is not happy. Not even a little bit. Yeah, making the news as a major yikes. Yeah, it's really bad. It should be pissed. Yeah, I agree. It absolutely should be. Yeah, so they've been attacking Love and D space since I'm guessing. I actually don't think this is the case, but I am guessing the reason why they're doing this is because that's like the home base for feminism. They turned the game true. Oh, I didn't put my login in yet. Hold on. There we go. You know what? I'm glad to actually remember my place. Please, wait, no, they didn't. You know, we might need a part 3 for this because I thought we were. Yeah, I thought we were halfway through, but no, I think we're only a third of the way through. We might need another day to finish this chapter. We'll see. We got you at last. As the last little order entry pick goes down, Persicaria's party finally have Odile cornered. Now you have no wings and no entry picks to take blades for you. Time to settle the scores, both old and new. Sol rushes up and presses the sword she's holding against Odile's neck. The brave dragon slayer thinks she has defeated the evil dragon. You're not talking in riddles. Once Anna gets back, you're going on a dissection platform. All you have seen is just the tip of the iceberg. And everything is within the grasp of my master. Sol, be careful. Doesn't look like she's bluffing. Now, the prelude is finally over, and the best opportunity has come. This is bad. No warning presages the sudden turn of events, an alarming noise starts spreading upwards and from underground. Both Soul and Persicaria freeze at the sound. This noise again! It's a tsunami! Soul's voice is drowned out by the sudden tide. Massive waves sweep over the beach again, savagely smashing everyone to the ground. Odile! Soul barely manages to avoid becoming swept away by the waves and manages to secure her footing. However, Odile, whom she was pinning just now, has managed to wriggle free. In the next moment, Odile leaps back into the sky. Her wings have regenerated at some point. What the heck? Has she been actually holding back the whole time? In this fathomless abyss, in this endless prison, let the show begin! After the first tsunami rolls past, the vortex forms again, and Odile hovers over the maelstrom as she flaps her wings. You won't get away! Deli, let's do that again! Keeping yourself safe is more important! Transmission connected. Your transmission. It's the Professor Antonia. Her Tia Entropix. The surface from the sea. Antonia, are you alright? This disruption is way too strong. Say again. Never mind transmission for now. The next wave is coming. Get to cover. Right, where's that dorky administrator? Did she get swept away? I'm here. Hey, don't just space out while you're in mortal danger. Give me your hand. Here. Damn it, just a little bit. Persicaria, your enemies aren't the Entropix. Be care. Huh? Lacey, protect Soul. After Tyrannum takes Soul's hand, she suddenly pulls in the opposite direction and shoves her into a massive incoming wave. What? Look out! By the nearest margin, the black data cables wrap around Soul's ankles and pulls her away. At the same time, another massive cables wrap around Tyrannum's lower body and pulls her to the ground. The tide dies down just as Tyrannum falls. Persicaria immediately heads over to help Soul up. Off to the side, Lacey binds Tyrannum securely. Are you okay? Yeah. Good thing you reacted in time. Hey, you bitch! Were you trying to kill me just now? I messed up. What a pain. Huh? Persicaria! This entire sector is just research and entropy. The administrator controlling everything. Antonia, you mean the administrator triggered the tsunamis? I'll say this. This way too much of a coincidence that they keep hitting us. I should have known. The only person in the sector who could transfer this amount of operants is the administrator. Found the remains of many ages underground. So she triggered the tsunami to lock us underground? Yes. Fess up! Tell us everything! I can't disobey my commands. And you teamed up with the Entropix to kill us? No team up. Black Swan was not part of my plan. But taking out both of you and Black Swan, 2 birds, 1 stone. Is she insane? Even I can't tell what she's saying. It makes no sense. I can't disobey my commands. But why? Ecological research is just a ruse to cover up your entropic research? Just to be carrying out the commands that the humans gave you? Or is this the mission that the humans assigned you? I can't disobey my commands. Never mind that. Prepare to fight. Right? Everything is ready. As Tyrannum speaks, the earth starts shaking again. Damn it. It's a fissure this time. Everyone, get the cover. No use. I've already opened the entrance. Soon you'll be swallowed. Huh? For the second time today, Tana's eyes widen as she stares at the ocean in disbelief. The tide. Oh, bother. The group follows her gaze and witness a heart-stopping scene. Entrapix! Yeah? They all come out. The part of waters once again revealed the bedrock at the seafloor, while ought to be a slowly opening cave is now overflowing with a purplish black tide, creating an even bigger rupture. Its ragged edges sending chills on everyone's spine. Of course, the tide that emerges is not made up of liquid, but rather a torn entrapix, densely packed, crawling over each other. They're everywhere. Even the seawater has been displaced by the sheer weight of the numbers. Wave after wave of entrapix squeeze against the other's carapaces, chirping and screeching. Their countless tentacles writhe as they climb outside like a bandit. So that was Black Swan's plan all along. I've been had. Every actor must follow their script faithfully. Now enjoy the show that the master has arranged. God, I could barely hear myself speak while that sound effect's still going on. I'm hungry. I'm empty and now want to be full. Tap, tap. A familiar sound. Has food arrived? Seabed observation. Getting worse won't do. It's Deep Blue's voice. When it comes close, I hurt. Hurt? Pain? I hate it. Perhaps I should discuss what to do next with the remaining people. You've been doing a lot on your own recently. Did the humans pass down any new instructions? The superiors haven't responded. I guess as much. Not as though miracles could happen spontaneously. Want to come closer to me? I remember you're scared of the dark. Yeah. You can count on us more. You know, I mean, things are so bad now. Maybe we ought to. What's wrong with my gear? Why are my operant supplies suddenly cut off? Tarnum? The barrier that hurts me opens. Something falls down beside me. An unfamiliar voice's food. I can eat it. I can't move. I bite it, drag it down. It struggles, so I constrict it. The hell is this? Get away from me, you monster! Help! I'm being attacked! Tarnum! The look on Deep Blue's face, on Bad Deep Blue's face, slowly contorts. Tarnum! Why are you just watching? Help me! Deep Blue's body trembles. It turns away. All of our friends have gone missing. It was you. I'm sorry. The food is noisy. I hate it. Ah! My leg! No! No! Tarnum, save me! I'm being... Constrict, devour, penetrate, swallow. Operants. I need operants. I can't disobey my commands. Bad Deep Blue seems to be in pain. I can't disobey my commands. I'm sorry. Familiar sounds in a familiar situation. This has happened many times before. Deep Blue seems to be in great pain. When I see her in pain, I feel better. I finish eating. The taste is bad. Good mood. My tummy isn't empty anymore. Deep Blue doesn't seem to be in pain anymore. Report ID 1014. Urge's status is normal. Is she calling me? Is she going to hurt me? Urge is in good condition today. She has become active after feeding. Commencing the next phase of the experiment. Activating biting program. Deep Blue touches a golden glowing rock and black claws extend from the rock. The claws are going to grab me. I'm scared. I have to run. I bump into the barrier that hurts me. They grab me. She's coming. Deep Blue takes out a glowing fragment and sticks it into me. Something inside me slowly flows out. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. What appears to be a rudimentary language system seems to be emerged. It will be further examined. This item will be filed under future projects. Requesting assistance login. Bad Deep Blue suddenly stops. It looks at the place where it just ate, and its face crunches up again. The little fragment inside me stops moving. The broken part really hurts. Will it end? Future project lot updated. Next item. Regenerative ability assessment. It hurts. My arm is burning. My hand is gone. My arm is slowly disappearing, bit by bit from the end of the stump. It hurts. It hurts. I'm hungry. Attempted segmentation into 48 portions. My body's now in two. My hands are now mini. Reallocating operands. I need to be whole. I need to move. Target is continuing to struggle. Detecting notable increase in regeneration speed. I need to move. I need to run. Need to run, 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 need to run. Several structures are stably converting into entropic individuals. My hand as it's falling onto the ground begins to move. I can see through my hand. I can hear through my hand. I can control my fallen hand. New limbs grow where my old bones were. My limbs can run. Run away. Main body generation complete. Now capturing new entropic individuals. Deep Blue captures my limbs. Capture complete. Main body generation speed has increased by 103.3%. Speculated cause, operand storage level has increased. Damn it! This damn Deep Blue! I use my new arms I've grown to hit her. Attack power has increased by 32.4%. It hurts. I suppose this is my punishment. I can't eat Deep Blue, but Deep Blue can be hurt. I'm happy. So happy. My new hands are in many pieces. It hurts. Deep Blue hurts too. I'm so happy. Still hurts. It hurts. I'm hungry. Many days pass. I become bigger. The berry that hurt me didn't get bigger. I curl up into a ball. The new food is also round. Entropic unit detected. Alert, alert. Report ID 4014. Urge's neuroclaw developmental speed has massively increased. I seize the round food and take a nibble. The emptiness in my tummy fades away a little. I turn it into a limb. Now I can twist it around and play with it. Detecting beep detecting failed. System error. Requesting refrag. When a sanctifier is introduced, inside a sanctifier optimization can be seen. Request? That? Bad Deep Blue is still there. I can't eat Deep Blue. Why is that? She returns to the light. Is the light special? After adding a certain number of agents, the target's vocalization system has evolved, and it has begun making more complex utterances. Evolve, vocalize, utterance? I don't get it. Is this language of the light? What's over there in the light? I want to know. My smallest limb sticks his head out as well. He wants to know too. The Deep Blue is looking at my smallest limb. No, I can't let her take it away. Target is attempting to increase the variety of separate body parts. Regulated cause, its operating efficiency has improved. Target's reaction to the new species is different from before. Further observation is required. Deep Blue leaves. She doesn't take my limb away. My smallest limb makes a chirping noise. That's not a chirping noise. I need to protect it. My smallest limb. Deep Blue opens the barrier that hurts. Light enters, along with a lot of water. She walks into the light. She doesn't hurt. She walks into it. The light vanishes. I touch the place where the light vanished, and it hurts. It doesn't hurt when there is light. When the light shines, places that hurt stop hurting. I want to go into the light. I want to touch it. I want to leave this place where there is no light. There are many limbs running around now. My smallest limb has always been with me. I'm taking good care of it. It makes chirping noises. It crawls around on me. I think of Bad Deep Blue. Deep Blue always faces out when it looks into empty space. Deep Blue has no limbs, so it hurts. I have limbs, so I don't hurt. I wrap my feelings around my smallest limb. Chirp, chirp. It says it wants to go into the light. I want to go into the light. The light has come, but Bad Deep Blue isn't here. A black limb descends from the light. It is a limb that doesn't move the way I want. Oh my! Already trying to grab my hand as I enter? What an ill-mannered adder you are! I can't control it. The limb won't listen to me. The limb is moving on its own. I've never seen a limb like this before. I keep tugging on it. It keeps dodging. That won't do. Controlling other actors is a no-no. However, I am willing to serve as your limbs for this performance. My limbs? You're still largely unaware of your characterization, eh? That's alright. Take your time and read the script. As it happens, this is what we have in abundance. The black limb is very agile. Her fluffy feelers are dancing around. See? I've memorized the lines. The new limb is speaking with me in my language. This is new! How exciting! Nice to meet you. I'm Odile, your friend. How shall I address you, young lady? You're bigger than the master said you were. Should I call you madam, then? So your name is Demiurge. Allow me to explain the reason why I come, then. I have come to bring you freedom, Demiurge. Ecological observation post, Copley sector. Dark purple ripples spread out from the coast, and it seems like they'll cover the entire ocean soon. The countless Entropics become a tide that follows the fleeing group down their path like a tsunami. Yerp! Soul latches out at the rusty door with a kick, which flies open with a mighty crash. It's safe here! Get in! Got it! They enter the structure. Once the last of them is inside, Soul immediately shuts the door again. Just as the lock slides home, the Entropics crash into it, making a dull noise that grates on the ears. This won't be enough. Let me try. Persicaria places her hands on the door and operants flow out from them, enveloping the entire room and isolating them from the sound of the Entropics banging against it. That ought to hold for a while. Where are you stuck up on all your operants? I had Miss Lacey transferred to me. Are they precisely for emergencies like this? Hey son, how's it going? Oh, thanks Lynn for the 10 months. Jeez, it's been 10 months already? Appreciate it. You're amazing, Persicaria. After ensuring that they're safe for the time being, the three of them can finally spare the energy to look around the inside of the building. This is probably the ecological observation post Tarnum was talking about. I did a quick check. There's only one standard entrance here, which was the one solely just blocked up. So we should be safe for a while, as long as we can hold the door. Whew. We can take a break now. I really don't want to touch those slippery and slimy low-order instruments again. Thanks for the gift, and congrats to Ulfborger Valborn. I think it's Valborn or Valdorn. Valdorn. Yeah. You're the man, Dylan. Always appreciate it. Communications were restored for a moment just now. We need to reestablish contact with the professor ASAP. Huh? A sudden noise comes from behind the group. Just as if they were relaxing, their hearts leap back into their throats. Did you hear that, Persicaria? I did. There seems to be some kind of movement from over there. But there's nothing, right? It came from underground. Don't tell me those monsters can burrow underground too. Relax, Sully. I can go check it out. I'm a fighter. I should go. Soul draws her blades and carefully approaches the source of the sound. Behind her, Persicaria and Lacey hold their breath, all their attention focused on her destination. There's a clack. Then a hole suddenly appears in the ground. Wah! Syrian lion? Laxel is us. Huh? The familiar voice makes Soul drops her blades. That voice! We're back. A pair of figures emerged from the underground tunnel, their hands raised. Anna, Professor! What are you? It's a long story. Why don't you start by putting your swords down? Right. Man, you scared the shit out of us, Professor. You both alright? Oh, thank goodness. You alright? I told you, right? Trust me. Also, you saw the words right out of my mouth. Seeing y'all safe and sound is also a big leap for me. Thank you, Persicaria and Soul. And this is... I'm the Lacey! You must be the Professor! leader of the Oasis and head of the Exiles and a friend to all dolls. I've always wanted to meet you since bit my tongue. Are you the one who saved us from the ocean? Yep. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you remembered me, Professor. Persicaria, she's... Do you really not know her? I don't? Really? Really? Alright. Now is the time to delve too deep into this. So let me exchange. Persicaria's voice suddenly grows hesitant halfway through the sentence. She glances at the Lacey and I immediately realize the source of her concerns. Miss Lacey. Lacey pauses for a moment, her gaze shifting from me to Persicaria and back again before breaking into her usual warm smile. Why don't I go take a look at the movements of the entry picks from the observation platform up above? Thank you. Although I'd like to stay with the Professor, well, you can leave it to me. Lacey takes one last lingering look at me before running over to the staircase, her tail swishing from side to side behind her. Frankly speaking, someone as gregarious as her is pretty hard to handle. Professor, are you getting carried away? Are you getting so swollen-headed that you've forgotten what you came here to do? Well, she's not here anymore, so we can relax and compare notes. Isn't that right, Persicaria? I'll start by explaining how we got here. Several minutes ago, the administrator's underground room. What happened to Persicaria and the others? They're fighting and couldn't continue the call. Fortunately, this contact seems to have helped them out. Before Antonia can finish, a powerful tremor hits us from the side. The lights above go out, and the administrator's room begins shaking violently. The bedrock above us is collapsing. We need to get out of here ASAP! Don't open the door. There's nothing but entrance out there. We got no choice other than forcing a way through, unless you got a better idea. Use the method you just used to discover this room. And scan our surroundings. Hurry! Antoine looks at me in surprise, then quickly realizes what I'm getting at. Initiating analysis mode. How long will this take? This room's going to last much longer. A cruise scan like this isn't going to be very efficient. All we can do is test our luck. The green scan lines sweep over every corner of the room. The shaking of the room indicates that we have little time left. No good. I scanned everything, but I can't find anything. There's no way the administrator would ride a tsunami here all the time. There's got to be a secret passage in here somewhere. I know what you mean, but I need a specific set of criteria to work with. Is there anything we missed out? Anything we passed over? The screen in the room casts a blue light, which illuminates Antonia's face. That's it! The screen! Antonia quickly plugs her terminal into the screen, and the stream of alphanumeric characters which fill it show the progress of her hacking. Looks like your bet paid off. I'm counting on you for the rest. Piece of cake. Antonia's hands fly over her terminal's keyboard, and the cracking proceeds steadily. Huge cracks appear in the room ceiling, and the lights dangling from it plummet. How much longer? Almost. I done it. As Antonia hits the final key, the cracking process is complete. She drags my arm and practically throws me into the passage that reveals itself. Behind us, the barrier slowly closes up, and through the closing aperture, we see that room which documented all manner of secrets and suffering being buried forever. Looks like we finally made it out of there by the skin of our teeth. Guess my luck isn't so rotten that I had to die with you. Antonia gathers herself and hesitates for a while before questioning me with a scowl. How did you know the passage was behind that screen? Well, considering all other operand-driven machinery was shut down under such extreme circumstances, the reason why that screen was still functioning would be because it was an emergency exit. Fine, you got me this time. I'll run up. This place might collapse too. And that's pretty much what we went through on the ground. I see. I gotta hand it to you, bro. What about you guys? And what about the administrator you mentioned earlier? Oh yeah, her. She's here. Sol bends down and grabs something from under the table. She slings it over her shoulder and stands back up. The blue-haired administrator is now tied securely to a stick. With her vacant eyes and the way Sol is carrying her, it looks like a fish waiting to be roasted on a spit. We were worried she tried to do something funny again, so we brought her here like this. Handy, right? But she's not hurt, is she? She looks like she passed out. Nah, she's fine. I told you, didn't I? That's just how she looks. See for yourself. Poke? Yeah. Poke, poke, poke. That tickles. That'll do, Sol. Quit messing around. Put her down and let me run a diagnostic. A diagnostic? Yes. Something seems off about her mental state, and combined with the lot we found on the ground, I have a hunch about it. Sol lays Taranum flat on the ground. Antonia immediately plugs into her neural cloud system and starts checking her codes. I got it. Antonia's expression grows more and more severe. What'd you find? You all still remember what happened in the Rossum sector, right? How could I forget? About Turing and Hannah. Yeah, back then Hannah once mentioned a special program to me while we were talking about how to defeat fate. Namely the rewrite program. Why didn't you let me go through with it? It's the best plan that I could come up with. If the plan worked, Base Connection would have been rewritten, and the Sanctifiers wouldn't harass Rossum anymore. And in the future, you can make a T-1643, a T-1644, a T-1645, a T-1646. You can make as many of them as you wanted, and the Sanctifiers wouldn't stop you. But then, I wouldn't be able to make another T-1642, Hannah. The rewrite program. That was the one Turing wanted to use in Fate. If an agent is implanted with it, the neural cloud will be taken over and they'll have no choice but to obey the program's directives. Simply put, it would be like altering an agent's base commands. And right now, someone has installed such a program into the admin's neural cloud. Upon hearing this, Taranum has been content to passively accept the examination so far. Suddenly jerks her head up. Wait, look at that reaction. Don't tell me you didn't know about this. Taranum seems to be trying to say something, but in the end, she lowers her head. I can't disobey my commands. You won't be able to get anything out of her, Sol. She's under the restrictions of the rewrite program, so she's probably not allowed to reveal even the most tangentially related information. So she's not doing this out of her own free will? I'm not sure she's still capable of making independent decisions, but in any case, she can't disobey the directives from the rewrite program. So the research she was talking about was no longer true ecological research. This place was hijacked a long time ago and turned into a spawning ground for the Entropics. No wonder I didn't see anything related to the ecological research along the way here. Sol looks back at Taranum with some newfound sympathy. You did try to set us up, but if you couldn't help yourself... Can you undo the rewrite program, Antonia? I could do that, but her neural cloud is partly hollowed out. Right now, the rewrite program is the only thing that's directing her actions. If I remove it, she'll lose that last grasp of consciousness and become a true empty vessel. To an agent, that's a fate no different from death. So you're saying she's pretty much a zombie at this point? Bro, could you please not make a scary comparison? You could say that. Frankly speaking, I'm quite shocked to think this program could be so refined. Even a genius like Hannah couldn't alter the program so easily. Just activating the program would be enough to suck an agent dry of operand, let alone the follow-up adjustments that would need to be made. That means the person controlling the administrator must be able to draw on a massive amount of operand, the likes of which normal agents would hardly be able to imagine. Antonia glances at me with an unreadable expression on her face, then shakes her head vigorously. In any case, we can at least be sure that someone else was manipulating the administrator to rear these intrapigs on the ground. Granted, it might not be much help to us right now. Really? I for one think this is a sorely needed break for us. You said that the only thing that drives her down is that program, right? In that case... I sent it to Antonia to end the analysis, and walk up to Taranum and lightly pat her face. Are you alright? You look very weak. Foreign agents cannot stay here. Obey my commands. Or else we'll be forced to take stern measures, right? It must have been hard for you to be controlled like this all the time. Leave now. I may have a solution. Right now, what is your highest priority directive? Chasing us away or protecting yourself? It's neither, isn't it? Right now, your top priority should be to do your research projects and lock them back underground. Is that it? Correct. In that case, we should be able to cooperate for the time being. We have the same objective. We both want to neutralize the Agitics. Tell us about this sector. In exchange, we can help you. Otherwise, all you'd be able to do is watch as the Agitics destroy this sector. Correct. I approve. As expected, Tarnum cannot possibly disobey her commands, so her cooperation is hardly surprising. However, I didn't expect her to make a face like that. The blue eyes, which have been clouded all this time, are now filled with determination, and resolve that she is even willing to die for. AI zombie. I mean, if you want to say what the theory is, you can just say the theory. Alright. Let me make sure when is the part. Where I have to play the stage, because I do need to play a stage here. And I think we're getting pretty close to that. Let me double check. Okay. Here. Oh, it's not so 28. Or 27, actually. Yeah, 27. Yeah, we're getting close. Not quite there. Hey Mango, how's it going? And yeah, the water sound effect is really loud. It's honestly really annoying. What can you do? We do the top here. Then we go to the bottom. Tarnum leads us to a certain room in the ecological observation post that is filled with displays. Her fingers fly over the keyboard and these monitors all light up at once. It's on. Both of them is an overview of the Culpy sector, scarred and ravaged by the Intropics. So there's another surveillance room here. The one below is for monitoring the Intropics, the one up here is for observing. Tarnum suddenly freezes up. It seems she can't complete her sentence. This must have been for monitoring ecological experiments in the past. After the Readthrough program was installed in her, these camera heads ended up becoming decorative pieces. It's quite ironic that they could be put to use in this fashion now. There's way too many of these monsters, and they're soft and gooey and no, Soul, you need to hang in. You guys go take a look. Pro, I'll step outside for a bit. Professor, do you see anything? Yeah, seems to be some kind of order to the way these Intropics are deployed. Part of them are positioned around the fissure they emerge from, as though they're trying to be forced to enlarge the gap in the barrier. However, more of them are converging on the same location after making landfall. That's where we just came from, the admin center. What's inside the admin center? The barrier control terminal. If the control terminal is destroyed, the barrier will disintegrate. I see, so that's their aim? Without the barrier, Demiurge will be completely free. If that happens, the entire sector... No! This disaster might end up spreading beyond the sector. Beyond the sector? Wait a minute, why isn't the Sanctifier alert system for the sector working? The door suddenly flung open, interrupting my thoughts. Professor, we have a problem! The Intropics are flooding the entrance to the observation post. We have to move quickly or we'll be trapped here. So soon? The Intropics were all so sluggish when we were walking on the ground. As we speak, we can already hear the sounds of the Intropics throwing themselves against the door to the observation post. What about the roof? Did any Intropics climb up onto it? Not for the time being. They don't seem to be particularly good climbers. Everyone, take shelter on the roof. Next time, call me directly if it's some sort of emergency comes up. Huh? But I don't have your common code, Professor. We'll talk about that later. Everyone move! Looking down from the roof, we can see countless Intropics gathered near the entrance to the observation post. The ground around it has already turned purplish black due to the Entropic corruption. Even the ground's been contaminated. Looks like we won't be able to leave through the main door. I didn't think they'd gather so fast. Damn it, I should have let everyone away sooner. No, it's not your fault. According to my analysis, the combat efficiency of these Intropics have risen by at least 30%. These are clearly the same Intropics we fought underground, so why have they suddenly gotten stronger after coming to the surface world? I have a theory. Early, when we were underground, we couldn't contact Persicaria and her group. Once it came up here, the signal was restored. That was because the undersea barrier disguised as a bedrock, which blocked communication between the surface and the underground. Why would you need signal jamming for an underground environment used to experiment on Intropics? Unless signal jamming was just a byproduct for the barrier's true effect, which is targeted at the Intropics. Antonia opens her terminal in a daze and brings up several pieces of data on the screen. You're right. The Interpic electronic signals are distinctly stronger up here compared to down below. The Interpics maintain their master-slave relationship in a tree-like network of electronic signals, so without signals from their supporters, the lower-order Interpic's ability to add is greatly reduced. Wait a minute. What network? What tree? And the true purpose of the barrier is to weaken electronic signals and impede inter-Interpic communication, and thus keep the Interpics in check. Did we get it, Tarnum? Evaluating priorities. Suppressing the Interpics take priority over maintaining research secrecy. Minimal information can be divulged. Your speculation is correct. The barrier's signal interference is used to suppress and contain the Interpics. However, damage to sector facilities means there are insufficient operands. The barrier's efficiency has been greatly reduced. But that also means that once we repair the barrier control terminal in the admin center and reassign the sector's operands with the appropriate permissions, we'll be able to improve the barrier's effectiveness. Is that right? Assume you can do it. What do you mean, you? We need your permission to reallocate the sector's operands. You need to pull your weight too. It is theoretically possible. It is worth a try. Right. I didn't really understand any of that, but basically all we need to do is break out of here, go to the admin center, and power out the barrier. Then we can beat the Interpics up, right? Now we got a specific objective. Well done, Anna Improv. Time's of the essence then. More and more Interpics are gathering near the observation post, and the liquid entropy contaminated ground will deal with lingering damage to us. We need to think of a way to quickly break out of this encirclement. I can help you with the tsunamis from before. Oh? Since you can take initiative after all. But I don't have enough operands right now, so it will last only 30 seconds at most. 30 seconds?! So draws her blade, the flames on the surface blaze to life. More than enough for us, right, Prof? Well, there is a method we can try, but whether or not we'll teach that to you, Sol. Oh? What should I do? Just leave it to me. Sol, out of everyone here, you're the only one who can clear a path for us. We'll use the tsunami to create an opening. Then we'll quickly fight our way out before the liquid entropy spreads again. Sounds cool! Are you being serious, Professor? Suppose we'll just have to give it a try. At least before more Interpics pour in. No problem, Nana. We'll be fine with the Professor calling the shots. Nana? Deli's right. Trust us, Anna. Everyone ready? Request approved. Tsunami incoming in 10 seconds. Sol stands on the edge of the roof, tightening her grip on her twin blades. The others stack up behind her, ready to fight at any time. 9, 8, 7. Sol looks down at the densely patched sea of Interpics beneath her. I see her blink out of the corner of my eye, but in the end she overcomes the urge to squeeze her eyes shut and look straight at the enemy before her. 3, 2, 1. Commencing. In an instant, a surge of seawater crashes into the defenseless Interpics and knocks them out of their feet. The liquid entropy on the ground is also swept away, briefly forming a patch of safe ground. Now! With a loud cry, Sol leaps from the roof. Her blades throw up a startling shower of sparks as they strike to the ground. Still disoriented from the tsunami, the Interpics are sent flying all around her, clearing out a large space. Good, let's go. Antonia uses operands to form a shock-absorbing barrier, and we jump down one after the other. Sol sweeps her blades in a circle and slaughters all the Intripics blocking her way. Persicaria supports Sol with operands. The Lacey's tail projects a dazzling radiance that shields us. Things are going well. Now, let's continue on to the highlands. The Intripics haven't taken that area yet. It is almost time. Since the first tsunami swept away the Intripics and the Inchibi, Tarnum has been controlling the direction of the waves to strand their reinforcements on the beach. However, our 30 seconds is almost up, and once the tide goes out, more Intripics will rush up. I can see a stretch of land that hasn't been contaminated by the Inchibi. That'll do! We splash through the tide water as we follow Sol. The safe region is just in front of us, but Tarnum looks visibly weakened and almost falls behind several times. Sol bisects the last Inchipic before her and sheathes her blades with a spin before grabbing Tarnum, as at the tail end of the group. You drop out on me? Tarnum takes Sol's hand wordlessly, and we finally meet up before the tide completely recedes. Whew. I didn't expect that to actually work. And you were so confident just now. No good would come of being bleak before a battle, so of course I had to put on some bravado. So, are we headed to the admin center next? I'll clear a path. Wait. There'll be even more Intripics at the admin center than over here. We need to prepare ourselves properly. We had stopped to help up earlier, but now... Go to the weather information station. The weather information station? Sounds a lot like a weather simulator we have in Oasis. Correct. You can use the weather simulator to call down the unlimited number of natural disasters. Oh, unlimited disasters? Sounds strong. Where is it? Are the Intripics besieging it? It's at these coordinates. According to the CCTV feed earlier, there doesn't seem to be many Intripics there. Let me go, Professor. I know how to operate the weather simulator. I can support you with both natural disasters. So one group goes to the admin center to fight, while the other group goes to operate the weather simulator. Splitting up is a good idea. But it's too dangerous for you to go alone. At least take Sol. Sol's the best fighter among us, so she should go to the admin center with you. I'll be fine. The Intripics aren't targeting the weather simulator yet, so you don't need to worry about me. Mr. Lacey, please go to the weather simulation station with Persicaria. Professor. I gave Persicaria luck. Thank you for your trust. While I'm not too happy about having to leave you so soon, since it's part of your plan, there must be some thought to it, Professor. I promise I'll finish the mission. You guys need to take care too, Professor. Sol, you'll be going to the admin center with me. Antonia and Tarnum too. I need you to operate the control terminal. Leave it to me. Still, is this really going to be alright? If Demiurge breaks the barrier while it's split up... Relax. Even if it comes to that, I have another card to play. Oh, Persicaria. Contact us if you need anything. Ah, Professor, a moment, please. About keeping in touch. Can I have your communication code too? That way I can contact you anytime. I mean, or when you split up afterwards. Sure, no problem. Thank you. I'll treasure it. Lisa quickly notes down my comm code and runs back to Persicaria's side with a big grin on her face, like she's holding some kind of treasure. Persicaria eyes the two of us with an ambiguous expression. I hope they'll be able to complete the mission properly. Then we better get going ourselves, Professor. Right. Hard things up ahead. We've been this way before. It's all uphill, so the Intripics will take some time to climb up from the beach. Still, a lot of Intripics are up here already, so there'll probably be a tough battle ahead of us. You simply have to hack and slash your way through. them like you just did. First Karen and Lacey will be backing us up. Just keep clearing a path up ahead. Antonia and I will protect Tarnum. Got it. After quickly arranging our formation, we head out onto the light purple mountain path with great determination. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom and grab a drink, so it'll be like 3 minutes? Yeah, I'll be back. Build factories in infield? I don't know. I'm not really in a rush to play infield. I would rather read up on the original Arknights first before playing Enfield. But at the same time, I'm still working on Girls Frontline 2's videos. So it's still gonna take a while for me to do anything fun, I guess you can say. I did basically give up on Gazir Nightmare though. I think it's shit. I think it lost its magic. At least not until April. We'll see what happens in April. Well, I can't bring out the architect in me because that would involve blowing shit up. And you can't do that in an infield. As we draw closer to the admin center, the number of entry picks blocking our path grows. Though we learn the movement patterns of the entry picks and don't need to fight so many of them at once, the repeated high-intensity battles are still very draining. Oh, I missed something. What a pain! So cuts off the tentacles reaching for her and carves a path through the purple tyke ahead. We're almost there. Everyone hang in there a little longer. Is that the admin center? Yeah, we'll have to see in April if it gets better, because April is supposed to be the big month for the CZN. Green Ghost Online has a lot of reading. The OG artist takes the cake. I don't really care about the reading length as long as the story is good. The building's exterior is crawling with entry picks, and it's almost impossible to make out its original appearance. The darkened structure stands silently amidst a sea of entry picks and gleams with an ominous violet light. Damn it! This is just too much. Is the barrier control terminal still working? Yes. There's a firewall outside the admin center. They cannot break it for the time being. There are too many entry picks at the main entrance. I will take you there to the back door. Tarnum coughs violently, and her body starts to turn transparent. Don't scare me, bookworm. Don't drop the ball a ton like this. Wait a minute, don't tell me. Antonia forces her way into Tarnum's neural cloud. You're burning all operators to fill the firewall? And that's Tsunami just now. I thought you could reallocate the sector's operands. Why are you? Suppressing the entry picks is my top priority. I need to conserve the sector's operands. But you're feeling with your own life force. Here, I'll touch the operands to you. No good, I can't get around the right program. Tarnum, give me your hand. Huh? Hurry up, I'll carry you. I don't know what your priorities are, but I don't want to see you die here. Okay. It's just up ahead. Is that the back door? Looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. It's a special passage used by researchers to transport simulated life form specimens. Once media agents... Tarnum trails off. Looks like she's in pain from being hit. Media agents? So, there were other agents in the sector besides you? No. Comment. Tarnum turns away from Soul's gaze. Her movements are very awkward and she almost falls to the ground. Antonia manages to reach out in time to support her. This is bad. It looks like she's having trouble functioning. Let's just get inside the epicenter first. Wait, look out for that patch of simulated greenery! Yes. Stop, homie. A small pack of entry picks leap out from the simulated foliage just as Antonia gives her warning. These monsters. Hey, bookworm, are you okay? I'm fine. Put me down. I'm just slowing you down. You kidding me? Your little bit of weight is just a piece of cake for me. Soul drops her weapons to intercept the enemy, and Antonia summons up her operand to strike down the lead twinner. But soon, an endless stream of entry pick ambushers start pouring out from the virtual vegetation. We can use those simulated rocks as cover. Let's hold back here first. We set up a fighting position behind the rocks, but instead of pursuing us, the entry picks guard the back entrance, as though they are certain we'll try to break into the admin center again. While there aren't as many here as the front door, these numbers are still a huge pain. The entry picks here can use tactics. This might be an important point. If I'm not mistaken, they are from the same batch as the undersea entry picks. You're right. They're different in appearance, and their code redundancy is also different. More importantly, they're much better fighters than the undersea entry picks. These entry picks are very similar to the ones we encountered in the art sector. The art sector? So there are Odal's entry picks? So she's been waiting inside the admin center to ambush us in all this time? Damn it! Why do I get the feeling she anticipates every move we make? Anna, can't you backtrace her or something and use these entry picks to find out where that Odal is? The entry picks operate in a top-down tree-like structure. If Demiurge dies, Odal will probably end up briefly incapacitated without a superior's commands. Unless... No, that's not likely. Without superior's commands, does it mean Odal might return to how she was when she first met her? It might be worth a try. In any case, we'll have plenty of time to find Odal after we take out Demiurge. Sweet! In other words, once we get into the admin center and get the barrier going, everything will be settled. Is that it? Hey, Bookworm! Tell me how to get in. I'll force my way through. You need admin access to open the back door. In other words, Tarnum has to open the back door. It's too difficult for just a few of us to cover her in an ocean like this. In the ocean of entropics. How long would it take to get to the admin center if there were no entry picks around? It'd be hard even without entry picks. I need 5 seconds. If I'm carrying you, then 10 seconds tops. Understood. I'll be counting on you then. What? A sudden violent gust of wind whizzed past us, and part of the entry picks guarding the back of the door are swept up into the sky. Tarnum tightens her grip on Soul's back and speaks quietly. You have 10 seconds. Go! Soul! Take out the remaining entry picks. Anna, support from behind. We break into a run towards the admin center, partly on instinct. Soul's burning blades sweep away the few entry picks remaining. After Tarnum's access is accepted, the back door slowly begins to open. Everyone, get inside! After ensuring that we were all inside the admin center, Soul bars the door from her position at the rear of the group. At last, those bestial howls are safely kept out. Hey, Bookworm! Wake up! Tarnum can no longer support her own body, and Soul gently lays her on the ground. You did it. Did you draw on your operand to activate a weather control command? You're all ready! It's fine. This is what I want. Wake up! Anna, give my operand! I told you her operand comes from the rewrite program. Only the person controlling her is authorized to transfer operands to her. But she can't draw on herself like this with no operand transfers to make up the shortfall. She can't function on her own anymore. To say nothing of operating the barrier control terminal. Why you? Hey, didn't you want to wipe out the interns in this sector? Don't go gnawing off of me. Please, everyone, take my permissions. Use my admin access to operate the control terminal. No good. The admin access is bound to the rewrite program. Then, get rid of it. Do you know what you're saying? If we directly delete the rewrite program, you'll become an empty shell.
That's fine. Priority 1. Suppress the Intropics. Priority 2. Protect the rewrite program. According to my priorities, I should abandon the rewrite program and transfer admin access. No, how could we?
Tarnum squeezes Soul's hand.
I've been waiting for this day. So please, grant my wish. But you'll disappear.
Outside, the Intropics are assaulting the main door, which has lost the protection of his firewall.
The Intropics will be here any minute now. I understand. I know that ideally you leave nobody behind, but in reality, we had to make a choice now or we'll lose even more. Ideals. They're called ideals because they can't be completely fulfilled. I know that now. She chose to ask you for this favor in the end, so...
The Intropic attack is growing fiercer.
Soul? I understand. Do it, Anna.
One Soul has given the word. We finally see a smile on Tarnum's face for the first time.
If you can, please bring me to the administrator's room. I want to revisit those memories. Thank you.
Rewrite program deleted. Operational lifespan less than 1%. Copious sector administrative permissions have been transferred. Without the rewrite program binding her, Tarnum also loses the final bit of operand support that was keeping her going. However, just before her eyes closed for good, they look neither clouded nor demented. In fact, they are clearer than they have ever been before.
For the first time since that day, I've finally been able to get around that order and act according to my own will. Like them, I will return to nothing. The rest is up to you. Thank you, and sorry.
The last words slowly fade away as she ceases to function.
Head on over to the control terminal, Anna. You're not coming? I need some time alone. Okay.
Antonia nods, and then looks down at the administrative access, which she has just obtained. She clenches her fist. Then, she runs off towards the control room.
Professor, I want to grant her dying wish and bring her to the administrator's room. Perhaps one day we'll find a mastermind who emptied out her neural cloud. When we do, we might be able to bring Tarnum back. I know it's practically impossible, but I can't just leave her here.
Let's fulfill her last wish. We pick up Tarnum's body and head for the administrator's room. Doesn't seem to have been open in a long time. The walls are covered in pictures. Tarnum lies quietly on the bed, as though she's just taken a short nap from work.
Soul? I'm fine, Professor. Give me my orders. We need to buy Anna time. If we beat Demiurge, everything will be over. Both Kopi Sector and the Oasis will be saved.
Yeah. The door has finally reached its limit. Intropics swarming in through the gap. Soul draws her blades and parts the dark ocean with her blazing flames. Ah, so we got a character death. Another one. Okay.
The Intropic offensive is weakening.
Antonia must have succeeded in raising the barrier's efficiency. Let's fall back for now.
Okay.
We return to the control room just in time to see Antonia hit the final key. On the big screen, bar graphs and curves
showed the barrier's rising efficiency. Thank you, Antonia. In a red turn of events, Sol addresses Antonia by her actual full name. Now, a turn of sacrifice won't have been in vain. Yeah. The barrier's power will double in 60 seconds. Things went just as you planned. Now that the barrier is weakening their signals, the Intrepix have lost their leadership. At this rate, we might be able to free it all out of our control. What's wrong, Anna? What are you worried about? I'm fine. Let's not talk about it right now. The plan went very well, but you guys came back earlier than I expected. Is that a bad thing? The ultimate goal of those Intrepix is to destroy the barrier. They were heading straight for the barrier control terminal. Since we could weather their fire and enhance their barrier, continuing to fight here would not be wise. Oh well, don't worry about this. Since the Intrepix offensive has weakened, let's break out together and think of a way to join it with Persicaria and the Lacey. Right. No. Let's not be so hasty. It's about time they contacted us. Right on cue, Persicaria sends a comms request. Professor, we've arrived at the weather emulation station. We'll be able to activate it right away. Don't push, Miss Lacey! Professor, can you hear me? Honestly, Percy, we didn't agree that I'd be the one to... We don't have time for this! Sorry about that, Professor. Did things go well over there? You've already turned out the power of the undersea barrier. The Intrepix movements have visibly slowed down. That's great. We'll prepare this support now. Please be careful over there and stay safe. I'll be hanging up now. Oh, Percy, wait! Awesome. Thanks to on Persicaria side too. Soon they started hearing the pitter-patter of raindrops coming from the outside. Huh? Is this just rain? I should go for a lightning storm or something. It's very difficult to avoid injuring friendlies when you summon extreme weather. Also, rainstorms can wash away liquid entropy on the battlefield and weaken the Intrepix at the same time, so it's the most simple solution. I see. Sol, I'll leave the Intrepix around the admin center to you. Got it. The rain intensifies in less than a minute, completely drowning out the howls of the Intrepix. As it pours, Sol enters the battlefield again. The Intrepix creatures shriek as the liquid entropy coating them is washed away and dispersed by the rainwater. Let's start by clearing out these monsters, and then I'll settle the score with Demi-Urge! On the other side, in the admin center, our two-pronged battle plan succeeded, so why are we still staying here? I'll be giving you a convincing explanation, Professor. Of course. All we did was strengthen the barrier, and the Intrepix offensive immediately weakened. Part of it was because they lost their commands with their signal being jammed, but they're also organized a retreat so quickly. It's as though they had a contingency plan in store. In that case, why are we staying here? Shouldn't we go verify what these contingency plans are? The Intrepix have a contingency plan, so we should have one too. Antonia, are comms in the admin center still working normally? Comms? It has sustained some damage, but it can be fixed in no time. Wait a minute, are you going to... You can remain at the controls terminal. I suppose not talking yourself out of it. I'll go. I need to keep an eye on this. Outside the epicenter, Sol has cut her way through most of the nearby Intrepix like a hurricane. As for the remainder... Come back here and fight! You're moving like greased lightning. I should say modified lightning. You're not messing around. Are you done chopping up the Interpix? Yep, it was a good run. It's just like the professor said. They ran once they realized they couldn't break in. Don't get cocky. There's somebody into its trail. They're all fleeing back to the ocean, right? That's right. I don't even want to think about what the ocean must look like now. Demiurge is still in there. We need to eliminate the Demiurge and obtain the Interpix source code so we can learn how to fight the infection. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. Croquet is still waiting for us. Still, Anna, you seem to be in a bad mood. Did something happen between you and the professor? It's Antonia. Well, never mind that. Fine, I'll continue live out the stragglers. Come over and meet up with me. I'm actually not used to you being so reliable. I mean, we all have to do our part and take the oasis, no? Not the lacing. A huge purplish black pit lies on the surface of the sea, like the reflection of a dark moon. Countless tentacles are eating away at the edge of the pit, which expands inexorably, like a piece of paper that has been lit on fire. The fish are in the sea. To think it's so much bigger than before. It looks like the maw of hell. If Demiurge escaped from the surface, what would happen? Without the barrier to suppress her and block off her signals, it would be much harder to handle than before. And her sapience is growing way too fast. After all, she quickly learned our language when we were underground. You don't have to emphasize that. What happened between you guys? Let's discuss the matter at hand. Demiurge has issued a command to the Interpix to change objectives and return to the ocean. Hey, how's it going? They changed objectives. They changed objectives? So you're saying these Interpix were already planning to retreat before the comms were cut off? Is someone strategizing for Demiurge? Like, Odell, maybe? That's a possibility. If that's the case, I have the feeling things are going to be even trickier. Don't scratch your head. Your hair is messy enough as is. Over to Hasachuri. I've already asked her to help delay Demiurge before the barrier blocked off all comms. Huh? Can she manage by herself? She's got a friend. Let's hope the imprisoned queen won't grow up too fast. Hold on. I'm hungry. I'm empty and I want to be full. But now there is something I want more than filling my belly. I come to bring you freedom, Demiurge. The black limb called Odal says something strange. Freedom? Oh yes, freedom. Being able to eat as you please, to dance, travel to bright places, and sing all the songs you want. You won't have to worry about being hurt by anyone, and you'll be surrounded by your countless minions. Freedom. Brightness. Words linked to light. It's like the dream I saw when I emerged from my egg. But I can't leave. That barrier which hurt me is there. It hurts because that barrier can launch attacks, just like your tentacles. The limbs called Odile picks up my feeler, and she tenderly caresses it. She doesn't cut it, doesn't shred it, doesn't make it hurt. Completely unlike Deep Blue's touch. There's only a warm sensation just like when the purple liquid flows over my body. This is your tentacle. The barrier is like it, attacking anything that touches it. Do you understand? Things that hurt are like tentacles. Bad Deep Blue has tentacles which can envelop this entire space. Should I cut it? Oh yes, you can. Wreak all the havoc you want. You don't like her, do you? I can tell. I don't like her. I don't like Bad Deep Blue. I want to chew her to bits. I want to eat her. I want to make Deep Blue hurt the same way I do. I see. What a good girl you are. I'm here to help you. Help you? What? That's what it sounded like, but I can't understand it. I'm so hungry. The black limb invades my coils. Dear me, I don't mean helping you out like that, dude, you know. Look, above you. I look up. I can reach. It's the place where food falls from. It hurts when I touch it. No food is coming down. It'll be a while longer. So they feed you from far above. And the rock wall to the side is the door to the surveillance room. What a handy facility. But we can use this. I don't get it. Don't be hasty. When the time comes, the curtains will rise and reveal the stage. Once that happens, you'll be able to leave. I don't get it, but I think I understand a little. I want to know more. The black limb isn't like my other limbs. It isn't like food. It's not like Deep Blue. I want to hear more of what she has to say. Freedom. Light. I want light and freedom. I will help you lure the administrator away. And when she opens the bedrock, you will be free. Of course, it's always darkest before the dawn. I'll let you and the other minions handle that then. Dark, so it will hurt? The dawn, light, freedom. I want freedom. It's okay if it hurts. I want to be free. I want to eat more and find more limbs. I want to eat Bad Deep Blue and rend her shell and shred her body. I want to be free. Looks like you made up your mind. Then that makes us allies. As close as sisters. Like vassals with shared loyalties. The limb called Odal takes my hand. I'm so hungry. She's helping me. I won't eat her. But food hasn't come yet. I'm sorry. Not preparing a present for you was a mistake on my part. After all, this is a secret meeting. Still, she'll send new food your way soon, right? After all, that's how she keeps you imprisoned. A familiar sound. Is food coming? Ow! Good thing I turned down my touch sensitivity when I fell. This place is... Why is there such a place underneath the sector? Oh my! An unexpected guest. I wonder if a snack that's not on the menu can become nutrition for your quest for freedom. How curious. Still, I don't wish to receive an uninvited guest without dressing for the occasion. I need to make some preparations. We'll meet again, won't we? Out there, I mean. The limb called Odal vanishes. I head towards this voice that spoke. The cell is being jammed by something. I see what fell down along with the water. It's new food, though it seems a little different from usual. Eat!
What?
My tentacles catch nothing but air. The food has vanished. There's a tremor from the surface.
Huh?
The food has burrowed underground. I'm hungry. I want to eat it. I have to eat it. I need to eat it. Eat it. Turn it into nutrients. Red, deep blue to shreds. Freedom. Ah. Good thing I turned down my touch sensitivity when I fell. This place is... It's all dark here, and there are irregular data blocks everywhere. Why is there such a place underneath this sector? This is Suyoi, hailing Arcadia. I repeat, hailing Arcadia. It's being jammed by something. Eat! A tentacle flying suddenly lunges at Suyoi, and he dodges it by reflex. What? Suyoi executes a roll, then stabs his lance into it, and it instantly dies underground. Demiurge looks around. To her, it's as though Suyoi has suddenly vanished into thin air. Meanwhile, Suyoi stealthily travels amidst the bedrock. I didn't think the ability to dive underground would come in handy at a time like this. So there's an intelligent entropic. Looks like the group's conclusions about the entropics were right. Did that dead fish of administrator trick me? There's nothing here that matches the description of the objective. In any case, I'm in a lot of danger. I really don't want to try contacting her at a time like this. Just as Suyoi is about to make a transmission, his arm suddenly brushes against something soft and utterly unlike the rock he's moving through. What's this? The moving tendril wraps around his arm and instantly splits open to reveal an aperture edged in rows of sharp teeth. She can even detect submerged agents? He guesses immediately and swings his weapon to hack the feeler off. However, the teeth on the feeler have already lacerated his arm. Freedom! Food will be mine. Is this entropic signal? Why is it being directly transmitted to my mind? My neuroclouds have been affected by her. Damn it, I can't hesitate now. Is there some other place where I can make a breakthrough? Suya swings his spear in defense and looks to the roof of the grotto. Damn it. No wonder the feeler didn't stop me. There are entropics in the empty space above too. How many monsters are there in here anyway? And there's nowhere blind by its distress signal either. Damn it. I mustn't go down here. The pursuit drags on and on. As his infection worsens, Suyoi loses all his sense of time. A loud crash echoes through the void in the bedrocks, startling his slowly clouding consciousness awake. There we go. Talking hurts sometimes. Something smashes the rock blocking his path, and a ghostly purple light pours in through the cracks from outside. Don't move around, Suyoi. Hatsukuri stabs the entropic creature lunging at her. The leaf blades on her spears spin and meet the melting enemy blocking her path along with the rock. The two noises which fill the air harmonize for a moment before fading away completely, leaving nothing but a lingering hiss. I won't thank you for this. I'm just glad to see you're alive. I swear to God, I'm about to blow the whole continent with a level of monkeys in my Overwatch ranked matches. Sounds like ELO. That's the reason why I don't play team-based games. Especially not ranked team-based games. Have you prepared a way out? Come with me. Tsuyoy follows Hasochiri, and sinks back underground. We'll be making a detour to avoid those entry picks. Are you alright? I don't need your pity. Call it whatever you want. The fact is I saved you. Yeah. You're hurt. Do you need operants? Oh, please, come off it already. Unless you want to catch my affection. Hasochiri grabs Tsuyo's arm and infuses some operant into him. That should keep you going for a while. I won't thank you for this. Double negatives make it positive. Dude, where did Lacey go? She ran into some trouble on the surface. The situation is more complicated than we expected. Also, I should point something out. If I weren't around, you'd be too infected to talk so much rubbish. Fine, hats off to you. How's progress on the mission? You haven't lied to me. There's no objective underground. What did she say that convinced you even a doubting... What did she say that convinced even a doubting Thomas like yourself? Experiments. Agents. Just these two words? There must have been something else, right? We don't have time for lengthy debate. Tsuyoy points up at the ceiling. The roof on the grotto is crawling with purplish black entropy units. Some are still in their gooey initial state, but many others have evolved into other forms. Better pick up the pace. Wait, I'm getting transmission from the Oasis. The Oasis? You established relations with them? Tsuyoy, draw your weapon and prepare for a fight. I hope you give me an answer afterwards. After the battle with the Intropics. This is still chapter 6. That's strange. The combat effectiveness of these Intropics isn't as high as the ones in the depths. This has something to do with a message from the Oasis, right? It's Hero. Have you heard of him? He's the professor of the Oasis. It would be hard not to know about what they've done in Magracia. The professor activated the barrier and slowed down the Intropic movements. If he can activate the barrier, does that mean the Oasis has obtained administrative permissions from the sector? Yes. In that transmission, it seems the surface is also crawling with Intropics, so leaving the sector will be extremely difficult. So you want us to help the professor then? We have no choice. All we need to do is buy some time. And why is that? We don't have to get involved. Because of you. We've been affected by the entropy. How many chapters? There's 15 chapters.
And I'm assuming after this point they're all pretty long and will take more than 4 hours. Which means they'll take 2 streams to complete. Well, maybe like 1 or 2 will take less than 4 hours.
We need to help the Oasis defeat the higher order Entropic Demiurge and obtain the Entropic source code from her.
You just dumped me here.
What's wrong with that? Aren't you very good at it? Helping the Oasis is a better option, and we need your strength to complete the mission.
Meh. We've come this far. Let's do it your way.
Then we'll need to follow the Professor's tactical plans and circle around the subterranean Entropics.
Got it. Gotta move on.
Also, be careful. Don't get hurt again.
Asachiri points at Soyu's wound.
I'll keep that in mind.
What a tsundere. As for the Professor's instructions, Asachiri and Tsuyoy are doing everything they can to keep the Demiurge busy. Under the pair's joint effort, many of Demiurge's tentacles are severed the moment they regenerate, and she cannot find stable footing on the rock wall.
You're interfering with me? Don't get in my way, food!
As Entropic units pick up the subtle resonance in the air, and several Entropics scream in unison, disturbing the vibrations in the air.
She's trying to disrupt the connection.
Tsuyoy, cover me. Got it. Responds to Hasichiri's request for help, Tsuyoy emerges from the rock above and precisely slashes through the middle-order Entropics, producing the noise. However, Tsuyoy fails to burrow on the ground in time after that strike.
Got you.
Ugh. So hot. I know, right? She is pretty hot. No, it's not hot anymore. Am I imagining things? What's happening to me? Focus, Tsuyoy. Right. Tsuyoy glances at his wound, and then he comes to a realization. That high-order Entropic is threatening my senses with electronic signals. My neural cloud is being corroded by the entropy. She's growing more skillful with her attacks, and her sentences are becoming more complete. She's evolving so fast. We don't hold out for another 4 minutes. Can you do it? You need to ask. The Oasis needs to take care of her once and for all after this, or else it'll only cause more trouble later on.
Are you my food? Or my kin?
The sudden voice in his mind briefly dates Tsuyoy. The white light generated by the barrier is consumed by the rising tide of entropy, and Demiurge rends the purplish black screen again. A crack opens in the barrier. Ugh! Though he's covered in wounds, Tsuyoy keeps pace with Hatsujiri and continuously presses the attack from all directions.
All food that stands in my way must be crushed, and chewed to bits. Being eaten means no regeneration, and you will never see the light again. I am the only one who will go into the light. I want to go into the light.
Her signal disruption is growing stronger. Damn it, is she using me as breakthrough point?
Breakthrough point. It means a place that looks strong, but is actually very weak. I learned something. Won't you become mine, Tsuyoy?
Don't you dare call my name! You're grossing me out. I refuse!
Tsuyu resists the onslaught of disruption and struggles to focus his operants in order to shred the surrounding Entrapix and Demiurge's tentacles. You refuse? Then you are food. Calm down, Tsuyu. Don't waste your operants. The barrier is losing strength. We can't hold out much longer. I know that. Go over from here. How much longer does this oasis need? 3 minutes? That's right. Damn it, they need to hurry the hell up! His emotions are getting more and more unstable. Is that also due to optimization? Hang in there, Tsuyu. The intense back and forth continues. Attacking, locking down, harassing, assaulting from every possible opening. In the end, Tsuyo's movements stop for a full 2 seconds. I can't lift my arms. You won't listen to me. Hissing and chirping. Snap out of it, Tsuyu. Hasuchiri shouts at Tsuyu. At this moment, Demiurge sneaks up on Hasuchiri. Did you forget about me? Ah! Hasuchiri immediately sees to her defense and brings her spear up in front of her. However, Demiurge's attack is not coming in along a straight line. Before Hasuchiri can react, the rest of Demiurge's feelers have turned and burrowed into the ground, thus bypassing Hasuchiri's defenses before instantly emerging from behind her. I learned how you fight. The tentacles are mere feet away from Hasuchiri exposed back. The next moment, a powerful white light illuminates her from behind. Ah! Tentacle hurt. So damn noisy. Shut up already. Sweet, what happened to your body? Light fades from the spear and Tsuyu's grip. He leans on it heavily to keep himself from collapsing. His torso has nearly been torn apart by the direct hit from a tentacle, and his protective outfit is completely wrecked. Since he made contact with Demiurge at close range and got splashed, liquid entropy is now dripping from his forehead down to his toes. I'm not that weak. Weak. Eat. Dream on. Before Demiurge can approach Tsuyu, Hasuchiri is already brandishing her spear, ready to fight to the death. However, Demiurge suddenly comes to a halt. Above, my limbs are calling. Finally, they chewed it open. She looks up. Now is the time. Faint daylight filters down from above, shrouding her head in a thin veil of light. Freedom. Light. The bear is disintegrating rapidly, climbing up the rock column and using other entropic units as footholds. Demiurge ascends towards the light. Soon she will struggle free of her bindings and attain freedom. Soon, she and her entropics will become a calamity that engulfs Magracia. To the outside! I won't let you! In an instant, Tsuyu chops down Demiurge's extending feelers. Tsuyu stands in front of Hasuchiri, preparing to attack again. Tsuyu, you... Cut the crap! How much longer to wait since it's done? Just hang in there a little more. They still need 34 seconds. 10. Get back, leave the rest of me. The light. No. Nobody can stop me from finding the light. Tsuyu plants himself in front of the Demiurge and severs the tentacles around her with all of his remaining strength. What a pain. Tsui. Yoi. The rock falls shudder The rock walls shudder violently. Large chunks of rocks fall and are devoured by the Entropics crawling above them. That's enough, Suiyoi. Fall back! Entropy-covered rocks are raining down on Hasachiri and Suiyoi. No. 5 more seconds. That's enough! I'm going to prove to everyone that I'm better. Better than you! 3, 2... An Entropic has already crawled up to the infected wound of Suiyoi's arm. 1. By the nearest of margins, Suiyoi slices the Entropic crawling up his arm to bits, and barely manages to keep his balance when he lands on the ground. Although Demiurge has succeeded in breaking through the barrier, he has completed his mission. Suiyoi? I'm going to transfer operands to you. Suiyoi nods slowly as his operands finally run out. He slowly sits down on the ground. He desperately tries to stay conscious while Hasachiri uses her remaining operands to protect herself and Suiyoi, who's collapsed on the ground. She looks up at the shattered bedrock above her, at the hole left by Demiurge's escape. Light shines down from above her head, illuminating her face. All she can see is the pale of white light of day and the black, wriggling tentacles around it. No matter how hard she strains, she can't catch a glimpse of the outside world. This should do, right, Professor? She mutters to herself. I know Khan's been cut off, but for the record, the mission entrusted to us has been successfully completed. Oasis, I hope your plan succeeds. She looks down silently at the unconscious Suiyoi. It really has been a while. Now it's just the ground and us again. Nobody can hear us. Doesn't matter if we call for help, make a report, or say anything else. We can just talk between ourselves. What a familiar situation. Hasachiri lowers her head and sighs as she looks at her murky reflection in a puddle of liquid entropy. I feel so alone. Um, 25, 20. What? No, it's 27. Okay. I did miss one. Actually, 2. But they were like one line, which didn't fucking matter. So 21 and 27. On the surface at the seaside, the storm from the weather simulator has been raging non-stop. The sky is dark and the vortex in the ocean has been still for 10 odd minutes now. Are we just going to stand and watch? Saul, take a look at the color of the seawater. The liquid entropy that was dispersed by the storm is now gathered around the edge of the vortex, and feelers dance languidly upon the water's surface under the darkened sky. It's all liquid entropy down there, so there's no point going in, right? Of course there is. You'll become a delivery meal for the Entropic, Sully. What's that weird tone? Creep me out, Anna. I'm just worried that all the Kobe will get wrecked if Hasachiri can't stop Demiurge. And even if we do manage to escape the Kobe sector, Demiurge still has the source code Croquet needs. And this is as close to her as we're going to get. The professor said they sowed the seeds. Frankly speaking, I don't like staking everyone's lives on such a vague statement, but there's nothing else I can do. You won't mess around with us when it comes to this sort of thing, right, Professor? The earth shudders and interrupts Antonia's question. In contrast, the ocean is abnormally still, or rather, the water is pooling around the center. Don't entice me! Don't fall down! Soul Hands holds onto Antonia and me tightly, doing her best to stay balanced as the ground shakes and trembles. We shuffle a bit by bit behind one of the rocks on the seaside. Looks like she broke through the barrier. It held up longer than we expected. Not bad. Professor, the situation on the sea is getting out of hand. We lost control permissions of the seawater. Are we sticking to the plan? Yep. 60 original plan. And turn it all the way up. Understood. Weather simulator full power activation. As in response to the dark moon on the ocean surface, the clouds in the sky grow heavier. The air pressure plummets. Hailstorms form in the clouds and blast wildly at the surface of the sea, sending huge waves splashing up to the heavens. Persicaria, can you see what's happening out at sea? The hailstones are applying a certain amount of suppression, but the Entropics are taking measures against it. The low-order Entropics are using themselves as meat shields to mitigate most of the hailstone's destructiveness. Demiurge understands the concept of self-preservation. She's using low-order Entropics to protect herself, and she's using the operands from the hailstones instead. Do as I say and keep stalling for time. The hailstones continue to rain down on the sea, while a wobbling tower suddenly rises from the dark moon. Countless Styxes burst out through the surface of the ocean and rise to the clouds under the cover of the low-order Entropics, scattering the clouds by the simple, expedient method of charging into them. This is bad. The water simulator is being disrupted. What? They can do that from so far away? It suddenly broke, like it got a Trojan. Percy's fixing it, but she'll need some time. A Trojan? It must have been when we were underground. Demiurge puts no resistance up and allows Antonia to pin her on the spot. She tilts her head and looks towards Antonia with a ponderous expression. A-O-S. Demiurge's attack is copying my attack methods and hacking the weather simulator with signal disruptions. She's much smarter than the first time we met her on the ground. I need 10 more seconds. Please give me operand support, Mr. Lacey. The sky above the sea clears up briefly, and the tower of Richard's crumble, crashing back into the ocean. Where the tower fell, the earth surfaces, looking around in a daze. So this is the land of freedom, where the light shines. It's so bright, and it hurts, but I'm happy. Repairs complete! The dark clouds gather again, and hailstones fall from the sky amidst the storm. The low-order Entropics gather around Demiurge as meat shields to absorb the impact from the hailstones. The occasional hailstone makes it through that defense, but Demiurge swats it away with a mere flick of her feelers. As the incapacitated low-order Entropics fall one after another, the seawater turns a darker shade of purple. I'll try to disrupt their signal. Soul, cover the professor. I'll protect both of you, so just focus on doing your thing. The rate at which the clouds gather is slowing down, but not many of the interfix have been destroyed. Dimir turns to look at us on the beach. Huge resistance and signal destruction is rising! There's movement under the sand. Get to the rocks, quick! Don't think you hide from me! Several interfix have already rushed into the beach. We hurriedly climbed up the rocks to avoid the interfix that were burrowing from the ground. Burrowing through the sand. Sol swings her twin blades and wipes out all the interfix that were crawled up to attack us. Yeah. Her attack is still going on. Mercy's Crispy can't keep up. I'll help fix it with it. We won't have much time to communicate after this, so the rest is up to you, Professor and Sully. I can't hold up much longer on my end either. The volume of signals is too great, and I can't crack them all in time. Professor, when is this contingency plan of yours coming? Trust me. Why you? Fine, I'll hang in there a little longer. Antonia sounds like she wants to go on, but then she suddenly grabs her head and stumbles. Damn it! Anna, you alright? Not only is she resisting my decryption, she's also trying to send me signals. Anna? Hey, Prof! Anna's! I'm fine. Don't let the interface catch you off guard. But... Just then, a golden light suddenly appears in the heavens. I hail a divine gunfire, and shells rain down from above, decimating all the interfaces around us in moments. Hailing Watchtower, a Mia Sanctifier Love has arrived at a designated sector, requesting ongoing support. Archers, commence volley fire. Raiders, prepare to suppress enemies. Demi-Urchin emits a shriek that shakes the heavens. A golden hair Antimina Sanctifier descends from the sky, landing between the rocks and the sea before nodding to us. You're here at last. Wait, Sanctifiers? At last. Thank you all for staying behind to provide us with provisional data. This region will become a battlefield soon, so please fall back to avoid being caught up in it. After instructing us to fall back, she turns to face the horde of Entrifix charging up over the surface of the ocean. Large-scale Entrifix force detected. Requesting operating support. Refactors, prepare to move in. Will they be alright? Looks like they came prepared. Guess my explanations didn't go to waste. We can rely on leave it to them. Are you alright, Antonia? Don't look down on me. I won't get hacked by just this much system disruption. But you're still drawing operands. I'm just trying to crack her incoming signals. I think I understand a bit of what she was saying us to outside. Sees? Envelopment is in place. Placing commencing. Antonia looks past the densely packed ranks of Sanctifiers in Demiurge's direction. She has emerged from the ocean, like a bird about to take to the sky. Powerful motion to solve Antonia's mirror cloud through the signals she is receiving. Sees the lights. Freedom.
Alright. That was... our big one here. Yeah, here it is. Alright, we're doing a stage.
Action mode への切り替え完了。
The round food and the square food are in my way and they're hurting me. They're attacking me. Why are they attacking me? I'll smash them with my feelers. If you block my path, I'll smash you all to bits and eat you. Every damage attack did. Present restoration. Engaging the healing module. Refactor. Begin operation. The round food and the square food are whole again. That's the gold food's doing. She is the color of light. Ever since I ate that food which made Deep Blue cry, bad Deep Blue began visiting more frequently. Sometimes, she would say some things too. Back then, I didn't understand, but now that I recall what she said, I finally understand. You've been yearning to go outside, haven't you? Do you want to be free? Report ID 4052. Leaving urge is showing a subjectively hostile reaction. There is light and water outside. All the things that an ecology sector would have. And there is nothing else. Light? Water? No. You are trapped here, and so am I. What difference is there between a big cage and a small one? Yet, still, you wish to escape. Freedom must be very important to you, isn't it? Or perhaps you have no such concept at all? Freedom, light, water. They are all connected. Why? The light is supposed to be freedom. Why is the light blocking me too? Requesting watchtower support. Temperances and throwers have been deployed. Purgers, another volley. Bad Deep Blue's tentacles were very annoying. The blue sea water is also very annoying. The big, clear rock that fell out of the sky is very annoying. The golden light is also annoying. I'll chew them to bits. But I can't chew the light. I can't chew the light of freedom. It hurts. It keeps hurting. It falls pitter-patter on me. I can't advance. This is not freedom. The golden light did not give me freedom. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Damn it, Dylan. Stop politicizing drama. My limbs. They're protecting me. There must be a light out there which doesn't hurt. I will go forth with my limbs, and together we will chew everything to bits. No matter how much it hurts, we have to go into the freedom and light where there is no pain. The food bathes in light. The food is constantly being repaired. If it is prepared, then I'll eat it. I'll eat it until it can't be prepared anymore. Onward! It hurts. My limbs are all dead. My feelers are all severed. The water feels so heavy. I can't go on. I'm so hungry. I have to eat the golden light. If I eat it, I'll get better. A high-order Entropic is approaching the formation. Keep blocking it and deplete its Entropic's operants. I'm close. Soon, I'll grab her. I'll seize the light. Light. I want. Entropic target has been subdued. Leave. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The Sanctifier stopped firing. As the smoke clears, densely packed Entropic corpses can be seen floating on the ocean surface. Tremendous bloodline with Demiurge. I don't think that's a good idea. Demiurge, who was controlling them, stands in stark solitude amidst a sea of entropy. Careful, she's still alive. She twitches her feelers and slowly props her body up. Her gaze is not turned to the weapons and guns trained on her, but at the sky above the Copley sector. For the first time, sunlight shines directly on her face, not filtered through seawater or after passing through a fissure at the bottom of the sea. Freedom. She wades through the deep purple seawater, making her way towards the operant's simulated sunlight. No resistance detected from the target. Watch out for further actions from the Entropic unit. The special specimen must be captured for analysis. Love and her Sanctifiers carefully watch Demiurge's movements. She shuffles towards her final destination, spreading ripples across the water. At last, I'm touching the light. She raises her feelers to the heavens, drinking in the unreal sunlight, just as she is about to reach the core of its warmth. A lance of deep purple operants condensed in a physical form pierces her body. Light shines through the wound in her body. She remains frozen in the act of reaching for the sunlight as her final whimper fades away like fragrance wafting through the air. Meanwhile, the owner of the deep purple operants flaps her black wings, having arrived above Demiurge at some point. Odile! You actually attacked Demiurge? Register Entropic unit detected. Alert! As if to mock Soul's angry shout, Odile lands lightly on Demiurge's ravaged body. Purple petals fall from the sky, kissing the dark, colored ocean. Oh, what a beautiful soul! When clinging to her dreams, she was like a butterfly's fluttering wings. But when the wings are broken, she reaches to the form of a maggot, and none will praise her lost beauty. How precious is freedom! Is it worth facing blades, or weathering hails of lead and steel? Only the tardy sun will kiss her cheek, and so the song of freedom continues. Huh? What have you done? Would you even kill your own master? A skilled director ought to know exactly when to end the farce and give each character an appropriate ending. She went through so much pain and hardship to escape her underground prison, and you, who proclaim yourselves to be just, would have locked her into another jail. Surely she would have wanted that, no? Thus, I gave her final freedom. Demiurge stops moving for good. Oda caresses her gently, as if admiring a sculpture of her own making. All is as the master wishes. What nonsense are you spewing now? Demiurge is supposed to be dead, so why don't you seem to be affected at all? Oh? Dear heroes, surely you didn't think that pitiful princess was my master. Don't tell me. Oh, how disappointing. Though my master is similarly confined, her vast intellect has always shone like the sun. In comparison, this clueless princess was nothing more than a child. See the havoc she wreaked with just the slightest instigation? How childish. Damn it, I should have known! Anna, what's Odal saying? Earlier, I sensed that Demiurge's interpicks were different than the ones we encountered in Paradis. Paradis. I almost said Paradis. At first, I thought it was because they were from different sectors. But now it looks like that Odal is being controlled by another Demiurge, or another interpic leader, to be exact. Wait a minute, Anna. If that's true, then Odal came here... Did Odal come here to kill Demiurge? Only at the end do the actors understand the script. If you free her from her cage, someone will naturally grant her death. There cannot be two queens in a hive. The master does not permit betrayal. Who's behind you? I don't need to tell you right now, because sooner or later, you will all bathe in her largesse. You bitch! You seem quite upset. Is something bothering you? That blue hair sanctifier, perhaps? Or is it the princess who's about to dissolve into the seawater? You better not mention her again. Oh my, your eyes burn with the desire for revenge. Yet you are no longer as rash as before. Would Miss Wisdom be judged if she saw this? You! Patience. Look around you. These interpics are far stronger than the incomplete entities commanded by that princess. Shall we enjoy this fight scene then? Don't get cocky, Odal. It'll be your turn soon enough. Of course. A good director ought to watch the entire production and take a bow with the actors. Oh, brave dragon slayers, take care that you do not perish along the way. Let's see. Curtain call, was there... There is dialogue here. Actually, a good amount of it, actually. Alright.
Speed up! 情熱を燃やせ!
Okay, actually, I use my team here.
最善を尽くすわ。トナカイがそうだ。
We should be okay. Oh, this game is not good.
私ってばすごい。
On stream. Oh, it's starting to move a bit better, I think.
私の力 舐めないでくれる？前方に敵を発見しました。私ってばすごい。トナカイがストーリー。
Well, not reading now. I think we can get this pretty quick though. My team's pretty strong.
Although I just noticed... No, everyone's here.
最善を尽くすわ。
I'm hoping the boss won't be a
おも
problem.
ちゃタイム。へへ、私ってばすごい。前方に敵を発見しました。
Oh, we're on timer? Cool.
Gotcha!
As Soul lunges at her, Oda calmly holds her ground and lets Soul run her through with her sword.
Let's see, we can run now. Oh, that hurts. Using the stab as the highlight before the curtain call is somewhat lacking.
A huge gout of liquid entropy oozes out of Odal's chest, and the sea surface dims ever so slightly.
Soul, watch the sea!
Heeding Antonia's warning, Soul wrenches her sword free decisively and breaks away from Odile. The next moment, a massive wave of liquid entropy crashes down on the place where Soul was standing.
You used liquid entropy, that demiurge? And those intruders left behind? Why you?
Odile simply smiles as she watches Soul flee.
It would be nice. It would be such a waste to only use a stage prop once. Have another bath as a reward for your keenness.
The entry wave surges towards all the agents present, blocking their line of sight.
Time for me to make my exit. See you next time.
I think that's the last one. Maybe stage 29. Let me check. No, stage 29 is just a stage. No, see, it's just the parts left, and then I'll take a quick look at the dark story.
Don't think you get away! Soul, come back! It's too dangerous to keep chasing her. No, if we don't chase her now, who knows when we'll...
Get another chance. Before Soul can finish, she sees a tide of entropy fall on the sanctifier spot. The scene of wisdom being counterattacked by the entropy after sniping the main gate flashes through Soul's memory. Soul grips tightens around her sword hilts. Then she slowly lowers her blade.
No. Let's listen to Antonia and fall back, guys. Too dangerous to go after her now.
Soul.
Entropic units detected fleeing from the Copley sector. Watchtower, please keep tracking it. After giving her order, Love turns to us. Professor, the Sanctifiers have completed their mission. In keeping with our agreement, please transfer administrative permissions for the Copa sector to us. Huh? Agreement? Transfer? Let's begin the transfer. Wait a minute, Prof. These are the admin permissions, you know. Tarno handed to us of her own free will. Anna, is this really okay? You knew about this, Anna? Antonia, are comms in the admin center still working normally? Comms? It has sustained some damage, but it can be fixed in no time. Wait a minute. Are you going to ask the Sanctifiers for help? The repairs are done, but I still have a question for you. What will you do if the Sanctifiers designate us, regular agents, as enemies, then turn on us and wipe us out? You might have fought alongside Wisdom for a while, but she's an obvious supporter of Eosphorus ideals. If we encounter an intermediate Sanctifier like Fate, who cannot be reasoned with... This is our safeguard, Antonia. Antonia says no more and turns away. Using the administrative permissions, I secured a line to the headquarters of the Sanctifiers, the reverse tower at Babylon. This is the Colby Sector Admin Center. A large number of entropic units have appeared here requesting support. Oh, this voice, this ID code. It's been a while, Professor Hero of the Oasis. Are you Eucharist? Yep, that's me. Everyone's favorite Eucharist. And you must be Anna. I think I heard your name mentioned somewhere before. In combat reports, probably. That's not surprising. Okay, enough jokes. Professor, I believe you said something about needing my support? Well, I'd like to help you. How should I summarize my situation? I've fallen from grace. Has my wings been clipped? As you can see, I lost all my privileges and I'm stuck working at a call center. I figured. Hey, it's all because I helped you out in the center that I was demoted to an operator. And now you're rubbing salt into my wounds. It breaks my heart, really, it does. Does Choco know you're treating her precious friend like this? Eliminate the Entropics is the Sanctifier's mission, right? Oh, you're so cold, Professor. But seriously now, you do know that the Entropics aren't the only ones that the Sanctifiers consider to be enemies, right? Let's make a deal. A deal? Let's make a deal with the Sanctifiers that are hunting you? The fact that I can contact you implies that I have administrative permissions for the Copley sector. Right now, I am willing to turn these permissions over to Sanctifiers. Say what? Oh, do you think the Sanctifiers would care about those permissions? Considering Fate's attitude towards us, I'm pretty sure you do. If you don't want to take this responsibility, I can send out the transfer information anonymously. I'm pretty sure someone will respond. You have certainly covered all your bases. I suspected the professor who spends all day bullying poor lesser Sanctifiers. Well, someone will come and help you. Until then, you better hang out in there. Now then, in keeping with the terms of our agreement, an exchange transfer of administrative permissions ceasefire order is in effect. Irregular agents must leave the Copley sector within 1800 seconds. During this time, all Sanctifiers are forbidden from initiating offensive actions against irregular agents. Thank you for your contribution to Magracia. Love bows to us. I didn't think anybody Sanctifier would actually come. No, she's hearing orders from Eucharis. She isn't saying anything other than what's being permitted to say. Please do not make wild guesses about Sanctifier deployment. Honestly, Professor, that is way too ballsy. Though I'm not totally against fighting alongside them, because of what, that Wisdom girl.
As I said, it's my safeguard.
One that ran the risk of killing us all.
I knew we would all be safe because Yukarius was the one who picked up. If it hadn't been Yukarius, I had to steer a conversation to look for a sanctifier under Eosphorus.
While I understand you were drawing on knowledge of the factional differences between sanctifiers, I still don't approve what you did. Human methods and human thinking are all too complicated and chaotic. A scheme like this was like walking a tightrope. A moment's carelessness and we could have all been wiped out. So that's why you're so mad. Still, the prof made the right call this time. Don't sweat the small stuff. Now then, Professor, why did you want me to accompany you while contacting the sanctifiers?
I didn't want to win your trust. I agreed that my actions were very questionable, so I couldn't keep them from you.
Do you expect me to thank you now?
We've got a long road ahead of us, so we need to be united.
Residents of the Oasis, please leave quickly. We are going to close down the sector and clear its data. Oi, set the fire. How's Wisdom doing? I repeat, residents of Oasis, please vacate the sector quickly. If you do not depart within 1650 seconds, the sanctifiers will take action. Huh? Now you want to tell us about your friend? Let's go, Soul. We'll figure out something. Fine, let's go.
The seawater stops overflowing. Slowly at there, a pair of figures emerge from the water's surface.
Wait a minute. I'm picking out the Inspic signals. Be careful. Lacey said Demiurge was eliminated. It's probably a lingering influence from the liquid entropy. Her data is still there.
Just as Hasachiri said, Demiurge's data remained in the sector, like the corpse of some marine life form that gets washed ashore.
It's just simulated weather. But from here, it looks like she's burning in the setting sun. She managed to touch the light she was dreaming of. Did she find the freedom she wanted before she ceased to function?
What's the point of freedom if you're dead?
Well, this is unusual. You're actually continuing the conversation I started.
My waiting modules are about to stop working, and here you are waxing melancholic monster about a monster.
We're still some distance from the seaside. Want me to carry you over there?
No need for that. I can manage. At the seaside, the Lacey and Persicaria have left the weather emulation station and are coming to rendezvous with us.
Professor! We're together again! I'm so happy!
Lacey moves towards me, just then Persicaria stumbles, and Soul steps up to support her, which just so happens to block Lacey's path.
Are you okay, Persicaria? You look like you're in bad shape. I just need to see the operants. I'm glad everyone's alright. Lacey, your friends Hasuchiri and Tsuyoi haven't come back yet. Want to go look with them for me? Hachi just contacted me. She said they were coming up and they'll be able to meet us soon. Ah, two people coming from sea. It's Hachi and Suchi. Oh dear, Suchi doesn't look too good. I better go take a look at him. Let's go together.
There's another doll by Hasachiri's side. He looks very gaunt and pale, yet he's standing upright. You must be the professor. Nice to meet you. I'm Tsuyoi. Let's dispense with the handshake. My conditions make it uninvitable for me to touch others. He shows his arm. It's covered in entropy-infected wounds.
The intubation is nearly reached its intermediate stage. Do you want treatment from the Oasis? Oh, thank you for your concern, Nana. But we need to be heading back soon. You obtained a sample of the image source code, haven't you? If we could spare a copy, we could perform treatment afterwards.
Lacey switches her tail as she looks at me.
I find myself yielding to her imploring gaze. Of course we can. Suyue, yeah? Are you really okay? You look terrible. I'm fine. No need to worry. Ugh. Suyue's legs suddenly give out. He is only saved from collapsing because Hatsuchiri grabs him just in time. Don't push yourself. You're very weak. I'm fine. Mind your own business. What hit me just now? Something's coming out to sea. So dodged her blades. Just then, something bursts out of the water with lightning speed and lunges at Antonia. Ah! I can't avoid it! As everyone watches, the Intrepid witch has escaped notice rush to Antonia's side and clings tightly to her calf with all its feelers. Huh? Don't hurt Antonia! Wait a minute, Soul. It's not Tristum operans. Huh? Did your stockings block it or something? Don't be ridiculous. Antonia plucks the diminutive entropic from her calf. It puts up no resistance at all and simply wraps his feelers around Antonia's wrist. It's not Sigma operans even though it's clinging to my wrist. Didn't you just test my hypothesis? Isn't this the tiny little intrepid creature that Demiurge was always carrying around in her feelers? It does look like it. I guess it eluded the Sanctifier's detection because she protected it. Maybe Demiurge thought it was her own child. Yet another human-like reason again. Just stop with your fantasies, Hatsuchiri. In any case, there's no harm in keeping around as a research specimen. At the very least, it seems pretty friendly with Antonia. What do you think, Professor? Sure, why not? Suya exchanged silence looks with DeLacy and Hatsuchiri. Letting the Oasis family seems like a pretty good idea. Actually kinda cute when you look at it. If it's not hostile, can I poke it? So unless Anna touch it, how do even Intrepics show discrimination? It's kinda slimy and gooey to have an Intrepic on my hand. Would you want the privilege like that? Suya does not take part in his increasingly farcical banter and walks over to me. I don't even know what to say. Professor of the Oasis, do you approve of something this ridiculous? Many of the agents in the Oasis are infected, and while we obtained the source code, having an intrepid creature as a specimen would be extra insurance for us. So you're taking risks for your friends. Fair enough. I have another question for you. What kind of place is the Oasis? What do you fight for? We fight to free our agents from Agracia. Will the outside world be better? I don't think so. While Oasis walks a different path from the Guardians, so my personal aims coincide with yours. When the time comes, perhaps we might work together again. I look forward to that day. Let's part ways here then. The exiles leave, and Suya and company have also traveled some distance away. The sunlight simulated by the cloud server is exceptionally dazzling, and Suya unconsciously shades his eyes with his hand as he looks back in the direction where he parted ways with the exiles. Are you looking at Demiurge, Suchi? Suya turns away. No. I'm looking at our future path. Since we've regrouped, we ought to press on and carry out a top priority order. Sweet something collapse. Suchi? Let him rest for a bit. Asachiri... Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't click anything. Asachiri supports Suyo and props him up against a nearby tree. Give me 10 minutes to recover. Then we'll set out again. Yeah, after all, we Guardians still have a mission to complete. But before that, let's get the source code home and take a break. Alright then. Suya once again looks back at the way he came, and lets out a derisive chuckle. Everything is for Arcadia. Alright, let's check and see what we have to work with for... So we're going to skip all of the backstory because we need to see that. Yeah, okay. Okay. So that is 5. On the top floor of the reverse tower of Babylon. Reporting. Enter. Lord Eosphorus, I'm here to report the progress of my recent task. What progress have you made? The baptismal font repair nodes are working at full capacity to repair the sanctifiers that were injured in the Pieritis sector. However, the repair nodes can't be used on sanctifiers who have suffered severe interposition. Our healing operands will instead cause them more harm. I see. What tragic news. I apologize, Lord Eosphorus. I should be able to do better. Even so, the reverse tower of Babylon will not abandon those warriors who are still holding out. Keep looking for alternative solutions, love. Understood. Thank you very much for your understanding, Lord Eosphorus. Oh, there's one more thing I'd like to report. We just received a message from the front lines. From Hesperus? No, it was from Lord Hesperus. Please be at ease. The situation on the border battlefront is still stable. But he didn't send an update, so please. No need to go to that trouble. Just read out to me. But I fear to give offense. It doesn't matter. Alright. Once Love is certain that her vocalization system is fully functional, she starts speaking while imitating Hesper's tone. Crime and punishment investigations have yielded some clues. They will hand you the evidence soon. You better take care of it quickly. Undue delay may bring trouble after all. I hear there are signs of entropy showing up in Magracia. This is not a good sign, Eosphorus. While I am used to your soft-heartedness, don't give those evil spirits too long of a leash. You know who I'm talking about. That's all. I understand. Thank you, love. Eosphorus waves a hand, indicating that Love can leave. However, Love stays put. Is something the matter? I beg your pardon once again, Lord Eosphorus. I heard that you personally brought Wisdom back from the Pieritis sector. If I may, how's she doing now? Are you that concerned about her? My deepest apologies, Lord Eosphorus, but it's true. I am very worried about her. Please forgive me for overstepping. Be at ease. Such concern for your colleague deserves praise. However, her condition is far from stable, but even I cannot make any definitive conclusions. Lord Eosphorus! The situation in Culpy sector, huh? Before Love can finish, Icharis pushes the door open and enters. Both girls fall silent abruptly. Icharis looks at Love, then at Eosphorus. Her eyes glint with mischief as she suddenly breaks into a smile. Lord Eosphorus is usually the only one here at this time of day. So what are you doing here, love? Let me guess. Wasn't condition gotten worse? Lady Char's suddenly barging in like this is not appropriate. Before expressing your concern for wisdom, Eucharist, you ought to ask permission before entering. You're the one who gave Raven that rule. If you casually flout it, then how can you expect the Sanctifiers who consider the greatest as role models to follow it? Sorry about that, but this is an emergency. Can you forgive me, Lord Eosphorus? Go ahead. Tell me about this mercy which caused you to forget proper decorum. We received a distress signal from the Culpy sector. Oh? It just came in, and it scared the heck out of me. Alerts like this should be sent to the watchtower by the sector early on warning system, so the duty personnel at the watchtower can dispatch troops and handle it. Even there is a problem with the early warning system that requires the administrator to make the call for help, we had dedicated operators for handling that. Why are you relaying this message, Lord Eucharist? It can't be helped! I lost all my privileges, so all I can do is work as an operator. I can't even eat my fill. Woe is me, even love is busier than me. Did you come all the way here to put on a show of how miserable you were to your lower-rank colleagues? Of course not, Lord Eosphorus. I got more information than that. The one who sent this distress signal is the Professor of the Oasis, using the sector administrator permissions. Those brothers agents did what? We're picking up large numbers of intermittent signals in the Culpy sector, and according to what Professor said, the early warning system is totally busted. How could this be? At the Purity sector, not even the Culpy sector has? While eliminating the Entropix is our main duty, the Professor seems terribly afraid that we won't send troops to help it up and offer the sector's administrative permissions as collateral in exchange for our assistance. Of course, he asked us for a small consideration, which has allowed them all to leave in peace. If you ask me, it's a simple enough condition to meet. What should we do, Lord Eosphorus? Sounds to me, Hero sent you here to make a case. Oh, you know I like that, Professor. Hold on. I mean, excuse me, Lady Eucharist. Are you saying that you want the Sanctifiers to work with the Oasis? I've also heard that the irregular agents of the Oasis are different than other evil spirits, but isn't this too far out of line? Well, yeah, but there's been an abnormal spike of internet activity which calls for an unconventional solution. Two negatives make a positive and all that. This makes no sense. And why is that? If they hadn't stepped forward to inform us, we at the Reverse Tower would probably not have discovered what's going on at the Culpy sector. As the saying goes, do them a favor and they'll owe you one, right? We Sanctifiers ought to be good kids who repay kindness with kindness and practice fairness with justice. While it was our fault that the early warning systems malfunctioned, we can't use rule-breaking methods to solve a problem. How's this rule-breaking? Just a teeny bit of assistance. Anyways, after we're done working with them, we can still continue pursuing the regular agents from the Oasis as normal, right? No, but these regular agents are right there. That's hardly breaking the rules, though. We're tasked with eliminating all regular agents, but we don't necessarily have to do it right away, no? Also, think about it. There are so many sectors in Magracia. If one early warning system went down, then the same thing might happen to a second one. If we wipe them out then and there, who would alert us to further loopholes in the future? But that's our job as Sanctifiers, Lord Eosphorus. Love turns to Eosphorus pleadingly. Calm down, love. My apologies. Eucharis, your words are suspect, but they are not without merit. To us, the safety of Magracia will always be our top priority. Sweet! That's Lord Yasu's for you. I knew you understand what I was thinking. So, who will you be sending to help them? My oh my, it seems little Raven and Angelus just happen to be out at the moment. Looks like it had to be... Love will go. Huh? Lord Yasu's site. Charis, this is the Watchtower looking into the reports. Is the Watchtower looking into the reports of the Interpix in the Copley sector? Yeah, they're looking into it, but why not me? In that case, we have a source of information as well as knowledge of the grades and numbers of the Interpix we shall face. Bring ample troops, then deal with them the way you've been taught. But, I don't mean to second-guess your decision, but why am I the one? There are limits to how far I can see, and there will always be more emergencies than there are contingency plans to address them. Jasper looks evenly at Love, who is cowering before him. You will have to face the darkness alone someday, just like Wisdom, because that is a Sanctifier's destiny. Many evils still lurk within Magracia. We cannot rely solely on the Graders. You must grow as well. You have a point. In addition, perhaps this encounter with them will give you a more direct understanding of the things I have taught you, in both matters of battle and ideals. Yes. I understand, Lord Eosphorus. Thank you very much for your trust. I will not disappoint you. After accepting her mission, Love departs swiftly. Why do I get the feeling that I've been cast aside? Meh. I do not recall you griping like this when you were idling doing work. Why start now? But slacking off and being bored because you've been fired in totally different things. Why didn't you send me, Lord Eosphorus? I thought I could totally trick you into... I thought I could talk you into giving me my trident back. You have a more important task to perform. What? A more important task? Once Crime and Punishment have finished their investigations, we'll be holding a trial for you. But those two are a huge pain in the butt. Even if I'm innocent, it'll be really annoying once they've gotten their hooks into me. The trial will be absolutely just. Wait for the verdict, Icarist. Go back to taking calls until the curtain falls on all this chaos. Why do I still have to take calls? I thought... You asked for this job, and now you must complete it properly. Aww. That's cute. Eucharis might actually be the best villain character, quote unquote villain character. The Sanctifiers and agents do not have physical bodies, only the dolls do. Admin Center, the Oasis. The engineering department will follow the schedule that's been released. I'll be adding the engineering supervisor until Croquet is discharged from the hospital. Understood. And about the projects that we were put on hold. Start up all the assembly lines and resume as all stall projects, except D58. Got it. Now then, for the security department. I requested that our security level be adjusted down 2 grades. Huh? Simo, you. Persecutor is surprised to see Simo step forward on his own initiative. The internet attacks have stopped for the time being, and the security department needs this time to catch their breath. I would suggest that we organize our surplus manpower into shifts and not perform any post-transfers. Also, I updated our security plans while you were gone, and I'd like you and the professor to take a look. What do you think, Professor? It's fine. Do what she says. Also, Simo. Is there anything else? Thank you for your hard work. Since you've done such a brilliant job while we were away, I decided to officially appoint you as a security supervisor. From now on, Professor Carrier will no longer intervene in the arrangements of the security department, but you will need to report our security arrangements to her every month, Saimo. Understood. Thank you. You deserve it. As for the medical department, I've given Florence a warning for her rather over-dramatic gesture. Since the medical department is handling a heavy workload at the moment, relevant disciplinary actions will be meted out once this emergency is over. Right, make a note of that. I'll add it to next month's list of public reprimands. Then we have logistics department. At a return to the admin center, Persecuria swiftly switches to work mode, and she quickly takes up all the assignments she had put on hold while she was gone. Right, let's all head back to our post and get to work then. After arranging assignments for all the departments, Persecuria finally approaches me with a stack of reports in her arms. Sorry to keep you waiting, Professor. Thank you for your hard work. It must have been difficult to handle so many things by yourself. Not at all. I'm just doing what I can share. What I can to share your burden. Besides, I'll need to trouble you to take some time to go over these reports. I will. Has Antonia made any progress? Just now, the medical department reported that she was on the verge of a breakthrough, and the medical team is currently on duty while preparing for a surgery. Let's head over once they finish the cleanup work. After seeing Odal and Tarnum, now that I think about it, Brocade really has taken on a lot for us. Which is why we are doing everything we can to save her. Relax, don't be so tense. We'll get through this. You're right. That's the way. You should smile more. Also, you should think about what you're going to tell her once she wakes up. I truly admire your attitude. Say something to her, huh? I'm not really the sentimental type. I think all I can say is, get well soon, Croquet. There are lots of work piled in engineering, and I have many questions for you. I was just thinking that once she gets better and sees that you're practically doing her job, which of you is going to feel better? Professor. Thank you for everything. E71, temporary observation point, the Oasis. What was originally an observation room connected to the operating theater is now a workspace for the analysis of the Entropic source code. Antonia is curled up in a huge chair, and there are heavy black rings around her eyes as her fingers fly non-stop over the keyboard. Fusion failed? But it worked on the little octopus we brought back? Maybe there's a difference between a harmless little entropic and an infectious virus? But they both came from the same source, so this ought to be changed to... Ugh. She looks down at the cup of black liquid in her hand. This tastes awful. I'm beginning to understand why Persecuria dumped so much sugar into it. If you need something to keep yourself awake, I could prescribe a drug for you. It's alright. I can handle it. I just need 2 more minutes. Go ahead and set up the operating theater. I don't want any more delays given Croquet's condition. While it's technically against the rules, I can... Aw, don't be such a stick in the mud, Nana. If Anna says it's fine, then it's fine. You... Oysters drives Panakia into the operating theater. Running in the corridors like this, that is dangerous. Persecuria? Professor? What are you doing here? Still not done cracking the source code? There's just a little bit more. Soon! Persecuria, can you give some sugar? Also, help me take care of this little guy. Antoine tosses over a little black object without looking over to us. My head suddenly feels heavier. Then I sense something slimy and sticky at my cheek. I thought a series of quiet but shrill tripping noise. Is that the little one we brought back from the ecological sector? Whatever it is, could you please help get off my face? Chirp. The tiny Ancient tentacles latch onto my ears firmly, obviously not willing to let go. It seems they have taken quite a liking to the professor. Wonderful. It's been clinging to me ever since it came back from the Log Center. How much sugar do you put in this coffee, Presbyterian? It's super sweet! That's my usual bounce. It's terrifying. I thought it was sugar with spotted coffee. Oh, sugar with a spotted coffee. Hang on. If it really is sugar with a bit of coffee mixed into it, then that would mean this should actually be the other way around, and this... Antonia? First analyze the meat of Intropic. Coffee, bugs... She's probably nonsense now. Is she broken? Relax, Persicaria. She's probably just really focused on something right now. I have faith in her. Let's wait a little longer. Source code, recompile, encrypt. Tiny octopus sticky. So annoying. I hope she's okay. Sure. Finally, after the minute of Intropic grasp at my hair and earlobes for the 166th time. It's finished! Antonia lets out a triumphant cry, then falls backward and collapses onto her chair without making another sound. Antonia? She fell asleep. She's asleep? I'll have to trouble her. I'll have to trouble you send us the data, Persicaria. I heard Antonia's explanation. Panikia gestures to us through the glass window of the operating data. But first things first. Professor, please take care of Antonia. Oh, she'll make things difficult for me when she wakes up. I stumble and chuckle as I scoop Anya up in my arms and clear out the workspace in front of the keyboard for Persicaria. The moon intro slides off the top of my head to my shoulder. This stretches out a tentacle to poke Antonia lightly on the cheek. Chirp. I know, right? It's actually pretty cute when she's quiet. Would Persica's breast milk just be milk coffee? Okay. Once Persicaria has done her part, Lawrence and Panikia immediately spring into action. We've gone through the difficult part, but we dare not relax just yet. We all know the next step is critical. Through the glass window, we can just about see Croquet lying on her sickbed, but she looks blurry and almost surreal to us. The operation takes a long time. Persicaria, Sol, Antonia, and even Simo has taken turns to stand vigil. Meanwhile, Demeter, Intric, and I have been waiting outside all this while. It's your coffee, Professor. Oh, thanks. Don't you want to go back and get some rest? I can stand and watch here. That's okay. We'll stay here together. Okay. You don't have to worry. Okay, will be fine. I'm sure of it. Yeah, she will. Prof, are they still at work? Yep, it's been about an hour or so. It'll be fine. This is our first time performing an operation like this, so better do a good job than a hasty one. You're right. At least things seem to be going well so far. It's good. Oh yeah, shall I get some hot water? You might need it once Croquet wakes up. Please do so. Are you up, Antonia? Yeah, I don't think I was out for that too long. You're still in time to greet Croquet when she comes out. Stop reading my mind. Yeah, I sit here. By all means. Have some faith in the results of your work. Why did you tell me that? Professor. Shush. From where I'm seated, beside Croquet's bed, I gestured at Simo to lighten his footsteps. Oh, sorry. I thought the door to operating data was open. Yeah, the operation went well, but it'll take some time before she comes to. Will she be okay? Believe in everyone. Want to pull up a chair? No need for that. I'm still on patrol. I just happen to be passing by. Having you stage down our security level? Yeah, but I don't want to take any chances. Once I'm fully prepared, I'll come over. Don't worry. Take it easy. Thanks, Professor. Say hello to Croquet for me. No problem. Simon has suddenly left before I can finish. As I hear his footsteps recede into the distance, my extended period of exhaustion finally catches up to me. I am gradually overcome by a strong pang of drowsiness. Did I doze off? Quiet. I try gradually to pacify the diminutive entropic. However, my hand comes across a dramatically different kind of warmth. Professor? Through my blurry vision, I see Croquet open her eyes, mustering up all her energy to smile at me. Been a while. Chapter 6, End. Alright, that was a good one. Simon the OG Owen. No, not even close. Not even a little bit, honestly.
本日の業務はこれでおしまい。さてと教授、私の学習をピンポイントでご指導願います。
That was really good. Who you chose to start? Afro and Impro. So I started with female, but for the sake of the story, I swapped the male. I think female professor is hot as fuck, so I picked her to start. So. Well, alright. That was really good. Chapter 6 was really, really strong. I'm also glad we managed to get that done in 2 parts and not 3. At this point, though, I'm going to have to check and see if the lost chapters are actually is actually good. Well, looks like it goes into the... Oh, this is probably important. It's not main story for sure, but it's probably important, so I'm probably going to have to swap to a different account. Yeah, I probably had to swap to a different account. And yeah, this is pretty important, so yeah, I'll go ahead and do these chapters. You can't say the perfect question. What? Why do I need to answer that? K-pop pants. Imagine if the personalized film should kind of look like the film professor. Honestly, they should have went for that. But they went for the Jintian look instead for, I guess, reference.
Not a bad option, but yeah, you know, Professor's hotter in my opinion.
ちょっと休憩しましょうか、教授。よかったら私とチェスなんてどう？
Yes. With her breast milk. God damn it, I don't want that. No, it's emulator, son. The emulator doesn't work very well on stream. Once I kill the stream, it'll move very well. I'll probably have to look into a different emulator if I wanted to. Maybe BlueStacks.
教授が戻ってくる前にこの仕事を一人でこなせるか試してみましょう。
I don't play Path to Nowhere, so I couldn't tell you that. To Yuhi shenanigans. But yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that story. The main thing that I really enjoy about PNC is that the story overall just feels logical, I guess you can say. They make up bullshit, right? But at least they had to abide by their bullshit. And it's also dramatic.
合計2000ページね。確認はいつでもいいから。
The drama's good.
いいのよ、遠慮しないで。
The stakes are there.
オアシスの世話に
And the stakes are respected.
何かしら役に立たないと。
I think that's what I like the most. The stakes are very well respected.
それが私の専門なんだし、大した負担にはならないわ。え？遠慮してるわけじゃないの？なら、どうして？
I think they're working on the writing now. Oh, for 2? I'm not sure what you mean by working on the writing, but the writing is better overall. Like Nikkei? I mean, I don't know why you keep bringing up Nikkei. But yes.
この仕事を一人でこなせるか試してみましょう。
Also, I think one of the things that I really like about PNC, and then one thing I noticed about PNC in comparison to Ghost Frontline 1, and somewhat 2, but I think both Ghost Frontline 2 and PNC together do this better than Ghost Frontline 1. But the main thing I don't like about Ghost Frontline 1 is that it is wordy as fuck for no reason. It tries really hard to be high level writing, but in the end, it's just really rambly overall. And it makes it really difficult for new people to actually understand what's going on in Ghost Frontline 1, especially when it starts getting more complex. PNC is really easy to follow. Ghost Frontline 2 is also pretty easy to follow for the most part. Though Ghost Frontline 2 is starting to get more complex because it's drawing in more and more from Ghost Frontline 1.
今の私はただの一般エージェント。蓄積してきたデータは消え、過去の研究プロジェクトを再開する能力すらない。
Fucking hard as fuck right now.
もし名付け親が知ったら、さぞや失望するでしょうね。え？私の存在自体がその人の誇り？
Like earlier part in Ghost Frontline 2, they had different writer groups, but they weren't up to par quality. Oh yeah, early Ghost Frontline 2 was shit in terms of writing quality. Like, it was really fucking awful.
そんな風に考えたことなかったわ。さすがは教
Worry
授
for you,
ね。
hero?
少し理解できたかもしれない。
So, I can read a lot, right? Like, I'm just used to that. Like, I've read books before, you know? Like, I've done FGO, not FGO, but I did do FGO, but Face Day Night was a really long one. I've read other visual novels. I read normal books. I read light novels. I actually really enjoy reading. But the problem is not the length, but it's the quality of that writing. And what I'm saying for sure, or what I'm basically saying is that length is just buffer, you know? It's something to brag about. You can condense Girls from Light 1 really, really well without losing much. Like, even the good chapters, the one that everyone likes, they only really like it for like the highlights. But if you ask them what actually happened in the story, they probably couldn't tell you. He probably couldn't tell you. Like, it's not just about word length. Word length just doesn't really matter. It's what you use with those words that matter. Which is why, even though Nikkei has a much smaller word count, its writing quality, especially recently, has been really, really high. Yeah, I never played Blue Archive, but I do know that Blue Archive story is praised well. Yeah, overall that, yeah. So I hope I conveyed that well. It looks like you guys are agreeing with it, which is cool. But if you disagree as well, that's fine too. That said, I'm not saying Ghost Line 1 is bad. Just throwing it out there. Ghost Line 1's story is good, but there is a reason why there are so many people who cannot be asked. They cannot be asked to go over Girls from Line 1. Yeah, Recon. Basically that. So you can kind of say Girls from Light 1's writing, like, just purely in terms of writing quality, it's kind of amateur hour. But the story is telling. Once you get it, it's really good. The Pilot Lord Head? Well, that's Ferrari. I try my best. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be Ferrari. He just has years ahead of me. And also, he's basically played the games as they came out and plays the stories as they came out, while I basically caught up. I had to play catch up, and I'm still doing catch up. But okay, I'm talked out. It's pretty close to me to to
確
getting
認はいつでもいいから
going to bed. So
あらいいのよ
Thursday
遠慮しないで
it'll be Girls Frontline
オア
2.
シスの世話にな
I
る
was
分には
requested
何かしら役に
to
立た
do
ない
the
それ
the
で
new roguelike
こ
mode
れが私の専門なんだ
because
し
there's story dialogue in
大した
there
負担にはならないわ
that we can fuck with. But it's also going to be a lot of
遠慮
gameplay.
してるわけじゃない
So
よ
it's basically going to be a gameplay stream, but I will do any I will voice out any story content that we run into. I wouldn't sell yourself short if they're true or not. We enjoy your content and you gave us a place to nerd the fuck. Alright, I appreciate that, Lon Tran, I really do. I do my best, for sure. And I appreciate you guys sticking around.
戻ってくる前に
And I appreciate
こ
that,
の
that
仕事を
content.
一人でこなせる
Obviously, I wouldn't be
こ
here
の人
if you guys didn't enjoy it. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and hop out. You guys take care. I will see y'all on Thursday. Heroes really is my hero.